Hello and welcome back to This Show is a Mimic on the Sorodin Chronicles D&D. I am Bertie the Bard, your Dungeon Master, and with me as always is...
What is up, everybody? It is Kenna, it is Miss Saoirse on TikTok, and here, and today I will be playing Audra, the Water Genasi Barbarian.
Hi. Hello, everybody. I'm Ben, also known as Ben as D&D. I play Cayde, the half-elf, hexblade, warlock. Is that a mouthful? Yes, it is. Passing it on to Jason.
Hello, I'm Hex, playing Jason, and he is sneaky boy, not so sneaky.
Sneaky boy who not so sneaky.
Hi, and I am Bertie the Bard.
That's Abby, that is Abby's bit. That's Abby's bit.
Not
For
even
that
off
bit.
stream.
I'm telling Abby and she is gonna sue you.
That's also true. I am Aaron, also known as Obsidian Olive, pretty much everywhere, including here on Twitch, and I play the Tabaxi Blade Singer, known as Longest Shadow of the Moon, and he may or may not be decapitating another party member at some point in the near future.
You didn't say it in the voice. You got it, Aaron. You got
No, okay, fine.
Longest shadow of the
I am longest shadow of the moon.
Oh,
Beautiful.
that's hot.
I don't truly feel like I'm in Sorodin until I hear that voice. Oh, that was my
That's
guitar.
fair.
Because I am Bertie the Bard, number one on all social medias. There we go.
Bertie the Bard, not
God,
secret.
I
And
hate it.
I am Bertie the Bard. Okay, so, first of all, our music, including what you are listening to right now, comes from Mr. Arcane Anthem's Western. You can find him on all the social medias, primarily TikTok, I believe, and you can find his music free to stream in all the places where they stream music, and you can download his music, a lot of it, most of it, all of it, for free, over on his Patreon. But you can also...
Free?
Free, and that means free.
Wow.
You know those TurboTax commercials that are like free? I feel like we should make one, but for Western.
We should do.
free.
Does anyone else have anything they want to plug, Aaron?
Yeah, I was gonna say.
I wasn't gonna plug it right now.
Go
Do you wanna
ahead, plug
right
it.
now?
Go ahead and plug it.
Okay. So, hey, for everybody who doesn't know, I DM a stream on Wednesdays on a channel called Schooner or Later, which is run by a good friend of ours named Hannah. And pretty soon, half of that stream will be coming here to Shazam. It's called Dungeons and Demigods. And
Dungeons and Demigods!
D&D game. It's really cool, but with that comes some things. I homebrew almost 100% with the assistance of Bertie of the assets that we use on Dungeons and Demigods, including classes, magic items, and monster stat blocks, of which I'm starting a Patreon at patreon.com/obsidianolive. You can do one of two tiers where either every month you can get a class dedicated to one of the children of the gods, or you can subscribe at a little higher of a tier and get that plus a rare higher magic item that I homebrew every month, and a Greek-themed monster stat block that I have also homebrewed. For example, currently up for free. You do not need
Did
to
you say
spend money at all.
free?
For free. You can
So
go
many free
get,
things.
yeah, you can go get the Child of Hades class, which Bertie got to play a decent amount of in the campaign that we were most recently running.
We
And
had
you can also get
2 children of
Yeah.
Hades. They both died, but one of them lived. And, but he lived, but he's dead inside. And,
In more ways than you think.
so he
It's
died.
very sad.
Yeah, we had Cadmus and Calliope. Cadmus died, and then he lived, and then he died inside, and Calliope just died. And
We all
Yeah.
tried.
And you know, so the other things available for free right now is my stat block for the Bow of Odysseus, and also the stat block for the Nemean Lion. And if you want to go check out patreon.com/obsidianolive, you can get all of those assets for free. The assets for February are coming. I'm nervous. Are coming out tomorrow. And because tomorrow is Valentine's Day for the February month, I've decided to release the class for the Children of Aphrodite. Leave me alone. I am nervous. But if you want to go and support me there, you can get access to those assets. Yeet.
that's been very exciting. So that is coming Fridays to Shazam. It could be this Friday. It might not be. So keep an eye on our personal social medias, because our Shazam one is a bit not active very much.
I will be announcing when they're up on my Twitter if you go
The
there.
thing is, as well about this campaign is that whilst this is technically like the second campaign, I believe this is a completely new group of characters. So
Yep.
Oh, and
there'll be
Dungeons and
references to the
Demigods?
old campaign, but like
So
these characters are completely new over on this one. So
yeah, the new.
enjoy that.
If you want to see the continuations of Ben's character, you can
Yes.
still see that at Sooner or Later on Wednesdays.
Yeah.
But the new campaign, which has me and some other people, we got Mr. V, we got Chaotic Bonnie, and we've got the Nerdy Niffler, will all be playing here with Aaron as our wonderful DM. And
You should drop a link to your Patreon.
Oh, I will do that right now. I will-
the chat.
I
Post it in the
I
chat.
wasn't expecting to shout it out right now. Give me a second.
Do it now.
I believe that's all of the things we have to plug.
I think so.
Yeah.
Cool. Then we can get on to our recap of last week. So last week was a very very emotional episode.
I'm gonna
Lots of interpersonal relationship things happening. Jason was united with his not quite sure what relation she is. You're guessing currently that she is his sister. However, they share some kind of bloodline that allows them access to storm powers. Of course, they had their union, and I would have said reunion, but they've never uned before. So
Read before, you know.
they never uned before, so they just had a union. And
no.
they Jason unlocked some of his the potential of his bloodline and gained some storm powers, meaning he multi-classed into a Tempest cleric.
Tell them that.
Meanwhile, over on the Dawn Rider, tensions were brewing. First of all, Cayde learned. You all learned of the identity of the cult. You learned that it was named the Cult of Soros, and they have designs on controlling the entire continent before long. That's all of your notes. Their primary goal at the moment is obtaining Shadow Cleaver, and in the hopes that they can use his power to help them conquer the continent. You also learned that Cayde's parents, Reynard and Charlotte Vakian, had been taken as prisoners, sentenced to death, but their sentence had been commuted temporarily for reasons unknown. And you made I believe you made the decision that you were going to go and rescue her, but I'll leave that to you guys. Rescue them, but I'll leave that to you guys. They are being held in Kaeth Solen. Then Jason and Tifa had their union, and then over on the Dawn Rider, tensions began rising as some secrets were revealed between that hadn't been come to light before in the party. That some members of the party were having their doubts about the inherent goodness of this otherworldly entity that Cayde had struck some kind of deal with. And Longshadow revealed that he had a semi-prophetic dream. That's music's gone. A semi-prophetic dream.
Wes is not here for the Cayde murder.
Wes is not here for the Cayde murder. A semi-prophetic dream that he would eventually use his power and turn, becoming evil and using his power for destruction, with the assistance of his sister Reyna. Tensions began climbing, and it almost reached a fever pitch between Cayde and Longshadow. And everyone left very tense, I believe.
Yeah.
And unsure of what your next move was going to be as a group.
All I'm saying is there is an alternate universe out there, or possibly a future this universe where Cayde and Longshadow are just the best of buddies.
Throughout all of this,
Yes.
Cayde had been unable to contact his otherworldly entity of Shadow Cleaver, and due to some kind of force that was keeping them apart. However, in the early hours of the morning, as the storm that had been raging all through the night finally abated, you felt that cold presence in your mind again. A presence you hadn't quite realized was gone, and you know that your bond between you and Shadowcleaver had been allowed to reform.
Alright. So, we picking up from there?
Shit.
That's where we'll pick up from.
Alright. I think with that, so it's still like the middle of the night, right? When
It's
I feel this come back?
early hours of the morning.
Early hours in the morning. Okay, probably like just kind of waking up and
Yeah.
kind of realizing it's back.
I'd say it's
Well,
still,
first
it's
of all-
just like the sun is just beginning to peek out. It's still twilight-ish times.
Kid'll just continue to lie there. Probably keep his eyes closed and just kind of just reach out to Shadowcleaver and be like, what happened to you? I couldn't feel your presence for hours. You told me to be on my guard and then nothing.
I had misgivings that perhaps you might reveal more than you should to new allies.
Can't she be trusted?
No one can be trusted until they prove themselves trustworthy.
Can you be trusted?
I have been forthright with you.
Doesn't answer my question.
Cayde. It is useless to ask someone if they can be trusted. Everyone believes they can be trusted.
Okay. Well, I guess we'll have to see what we're doing going forward then. I want to help you.
I believe
But-
that is wise.
Well, I don't know if it is anymore. Because whilst I want to help you, everyone is having their doubts, and it is making me unsure of what to do anymore. I thought the path was clear, and now I don't know. Why do you want to fully reform?
So that I can serve my mistress.
And what is that?
When I am reformed, I shall seek her out. It's my understanding that the war with Grumsh has come to an end.
Well, you know as well as I do that she's been missing. Where will you look for her?
I am unsure.
Hmm.
There are entities within this world who have presences in others. Your friend Herman would be a good place to start.
Hmm.
But Cayde, you must not allow your friends to sway you. If you are to be a leader, you must find the path.
Well, that's certainly something to think about, isn't it?
The legacy I have bestowed upon you, that which you claimed when you took up your grandfather's sword. Hexblades are designed, created to lead. In the Dawn Wars, you would have been a general. That is a legacy you must uphold.
And what if I can't?
Then I fear for the future. And who might claim the power I wield? If you fail.
And that really brings it back to it, doesn't it? That's why I'm still helping you. Because I know that at any time I could just walk away from this. I could tell you no, that I'm done with this and I can't do it anymore. But then someone else takes it, and then someone else has their own agenda, and that's why I'm still helping you. Because I don't want it to fall into the wrong hands.
What doubts have your friends given you? What can I do to assuage your fears?
Some of them have sensed deep power coming from me, from you, to an extent. Not exactly what they would consider good power. I never really questioned it, to be honest.
Good and evil are not the philosophical concepts that some people believe. They are the laws that bind the universe together. An evil creature can do good acts.
Is that what you're doing?
I was created to destroy my mistress's enemies. I will admit to you, yes, I am evil. But that does not mean that I am to be wielded for evil purpose.
Okay. Well, you've certainly given me plenty to think about. And Cade's gonna open his eyes and get up for the day.
Okay.
Well, there you go. That's that question answered.
I have written in full caps. So the first thing I've written for today's notes is just Shadow Cleaver is evil. Long Shadow was right. All I'm writing down.
Same.
I would just like you to know that we've only been here for 5 minutes and I already have half a page. Thanks. It's the early morning, right? And what does it look like the crew on the
Storms Marshal?
what are they doing?
Yep.
That one.
They would still be finishing. They're coming to the end of fixing their boat enough to get it seaworthy to Solanor.
Long Shadow would have been up before the dawn, and I would have sent over Gug and Tarhan
Guz
over to help them with
Guz
their
and Tarhan.
repairs.
Yeah, I've been assuming.
Guz, yeah.
I was assuming you'd already done that.
Yeah, just making sure. I was like making sure they were up.
Yeah, and they are helping with the repairs. Yes. And they are definitely helping, making a lot of headway. They've lent some of your materials. Obviously, most ships don't go equipped for their ship being attacked by a sea serpent.
No, that was pretty rough.
You mean they don't prep to just be crushed to death and sink to the bottom of the ocean?
Yeah, so you are lending some of your own materials, but yeah, they're helping.
Yeah. See, I think ships should watch anime more than they used to be used to the idea of getting the thought of being crushed to death.
That's true. That's true.
Okay. Anime thighs reference. Just
Oh, no.
crowbarred in.
You said thighs. I said nothing.
And then you did this.
To be honest, I didn't put the connection together at
Neither
all.
did I,
So
and then Aaron, and then neither
that's-
did I, and then
that's all
Aaron.
you.
Neither did I, and then Aaron did this.
The Sorodin Chronicles, everyone.
You by thighs.
Right. So yeah, it's the day is yours. What are you guys doing?
I would have been up before the dawn, and for the first time in like a month, when everybody else gets up to get up on the deck, Long Shadow's out practicing his forms
Okay.
with the sunrise.
Okie doke.
Yeah, it would
We have
be.
coffee on the ship? Like instant coffee?
No.
Damn it.
You guys didn't really pick, because you guys said that you'd already supplied for like food and stuff. You didn't pick up any supplies in Runatalk, which is probably where you'd get coffee beans from.
I'm making a note of that. Next time we're picking up coffee in Runatalk.
Like Runatalk and Markand. Those kind of
Got
places
it.
where you get coffee from.
Pick up coffee for ship! Exclamation point. Okay.
I do have hot cocoa though. If you want to start the morning with hot cocoa.
It's true.
Audra's gonna see you out on deck. She's gonna see you practicing your forms, and she's gonna take. What's the closest thing to her? Like a cabbage? Do we have cabbages?
I would have stocked some sort of vegetable.
Yeah, yeah, I'd say cabbage because like you can like those go a long way.
Brilliant. She's gonna take a cabbage and she's gonna look at you and she's gonna say, "Morning, think fast!" and she's gonna chuck it at you.
I miss, and it hits me in the face.
A few leaves come off. It wasn't like the most ripe cabbage. You've been at sea for a while.
Audra, I recognize it is important to eat vegetables. That is not how I prefer to ingest them.
Sorry. I'm very sorry. I really thought, okay, it's been a while since you've had those. Sorry.
Thank you for attempting to assist me. I was, last night's discussion made me realize perhaps I was being foolish. And I decided to...
And I like hold up the Blade Singer's sword.
Give it a try. I don't know that I will be taking it into combat anytime soon, but my forms at least I should stay proficient in.
I'm glad you've come to that conclusion. I wouldn't want you to lose your skill.
No, neither would I. Though apparently I am vulnerable to attack from cabbage.
Sorry. I really only came out here to ask you for some hot cocoa.
You didn't get to that lesson. You didn't get to the cabbage dodging lesson.
My cabbages! Oh, yes, if you go down to my lab, it is third drawer down on the left.
Mm.
Mm-hmm.
Would you
Yes, I think I will.
And then he's gonna like kind of gesture to start walking down the ship.
Okay. Yep.
Yeah.
We're gonna continue to walk.
And he'll go downstairs and pull out like this little like copper brazier that he uses for like ritualistic magic, light it, put a little like mesh wire thing over it, and set a small kettle on it.
Okay.
Start boiling some water to put the cocoa powder in.
Yeah, you'd also know that her does also brew tea. It's a little weird smelling though.
There's some medicinal shit in that.
You know, I haven't tried her tea yet.
As the two of you make your way down, you'd meet Cayde coming up, heading top deck.
Good morning.
Good morning. Trust you both slept well.
Adequately enough.
Right.
We were just gonna go get some hot cocoa. Did you want some?
Oh, I'm okay for now. Maybe later.
If you
my eyes
decide
long
you want
shadow a
some
little bit.
later, if you decide you want some later, third drawer down on the left, in my desk.
Right. Doesn't really look Long Shadow in the eye. Kind of a little nervous to do so.
Whereas Long Shadow is doing the exact opposite and not blinking as he looks at you.
I'm aware.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay, I'll see you guys on deck.
I'll see you on deck.
Just awkwardly make his way up to the deck. Oh boy.
After Cayde passes us, Audra's gonna kind of look back and make sure Cade's not within earshot. Long shadow.
I recognize that it is petty, but he does not listen to reason.
Would you, if you had something living inside you that wasn't you?
I would want it out of me as quickly as possible. If a person's actions are not their own, how can you have any faith in yourself?
I don't think his actions have not been his own.
We shall agree to disagree. Even if the thing is not mind controlling him, its influence is seen.
As much as of an influence as we are to him, it is to him. Now,
He chooses to have us in his life.
Yeah. He chooses to have that thing in him, too.
He might choose... yeah, sorry. Please keep going.
No, this is all so complicated and weird. And it's not
I
like...
agree with that one.
Like, we're not him, we can't understand. I think just because that thing is evil, that doesn't... I mean, we can agree, right? We can agree that that doesn't make Cayde bad?
Well, the thing is, when it comes down to it, good and evil are two fundamental forces. I've mentioned this before in my studies of the arcane and the divine and the splitting of magic. That is so much more than just a statement. When it comes to things from the outer planes, their minds do not work the way mortal minds work. So when you have the influence of something like that, if it is not good, and even good entities have been seen doing evil actions over the course of the ages. So I am wary of the influence of something even leaning towards evil in his life.
The best way to alienate him more and push him down that road is to treat him like he's bad.
I'm treating him like he has a choice, because he does.
Right, the cold stares and the ignoring and the flat statements.
I didn't ignore him. I even offered him hot chocolate.
Long shadow.
I will be better.
We have to be if we want him to be, right?
We have to be if we want him to be.
Oh, hey. Thank you, Nova Killing, for rating. Hello.
Hey.
Thank you, Noah, for rating.
Bonjour.
Hello, everyone.
you.
Hello.
Perhaps some sugar will get my mind off of this.
And he's gonna keep walking down to his office to go make the hot coffee or the hot chocolate.
Audra's gonna jog to catch up with you, and she's gonna kind of punch you on the shoulder, and she's just gonna say, I don't mean to come down on all of you. I really just want us to all stay together. That's all.
I know. And living the life that you've at least partially described to me, I recognize that people coming and going is something that you are familiar with. But I think the thing that you must understand is I am not going to abandon any of you. That is not the plan, that is not how family works. Which is one of the reasons I was upset with Cayde yesterday for even entertaining the thought of abandoning his parents.
Ah! Come to a decision. The right decision.
Well, that is his decision, because he did not actually give us an answer yesterday. If it were up to me, we would have already abandoned the Storm's Marshal and headed towards Kaeth Solen. But I recognize Hex wants to, or Hex.
Oh my god. Who is
Who
Hex?
Who is this Hex?
In the party? We just didn't know that Jason had multi-classed already. Jason's actually treating classes like Pokemon. He's got to catch them all.
Jason wants to spend time with his. We keep calling her his sister, but his ilk, his kin.
Kin is a good one. Yeah, I don't really know if she's his sister or not.
They could be cousins.
They look very similar, though.
He's at least a bit older than her, and they're half-elves, so they age weirdly. Do you think he could be her? No.
Excuse what? Oh no! Listen, Long Shadow. That is not something we even need to speculate about. I think we can move right on past it. Thank you for the cocoa. She's gonna turn around and start walking on this.
Just uncle. I don't know what she's implying.
Okay. She's going right up to the deck.
Yeah, and I think from there, Long Shadow would probably do his morning of prepare and spend the time downstairs to re-prepare his spells for the day.
Tip tap, tip tap, tap. Where's Jason?
Everyone seems solemn. Jason's woke up in a ecstatic mood. He is he's happy for kind of what feels like the first time in a long time that he kind of wakes up, he feels safe, he's surrounded by those he loves, and it's kind of like the first time that he's woke up and acknowledged that he's got nothing to be upset about at the moment, or nothing to worry about in the small scale. Today's going to be a good day. He's woke up, he's kind of like skipping along the bows of the ship. He's going to go to Mog's room and try and steal some fishing rods and fishing supplies that he can.
Those aren't kept in. I mean, Mog doesn't have a room to start with. Those would be in the general ship storage.
Okay, yeah, cool. Well, he's going to go see if he can go swipe himself 2 fishing rods.
Okay.
And everything that he would need to go fishing with.
Okay.
And he's going to come up above deck with all of his fishing supplies in a proper chipper mood. Where is Cayde?
I'm right here.
Ah! Cade's just who I was looking for. How are you, my friend?
You were looking right at me. And you asked me where Cayde was. I'm Cayde.
No. Hex asked where Cayde was. Jason did not.
This is part of it now.
The meta knowledge.
Cade's just who I was looking for. How are you doing, my friend?
Yeah, I'm.
He's gonna push a fishing rod into your chest. Come fishing with me, brother.
I don't know how you do the whole fishing thing. I have never done this before.
You never fished before?
Well, I've seen people doing it. You just,
Oh, my friend, it's
right?
it's easy. I can show you how to do it.
Thing and
Yes. So this here
It's
is
pretty easy.
this is the reel, and this is the long stick. I'm not sure if it's actually called the long stick, but this is what we call it. It's a long stick. You hang the rope. It's a long stick, exactly. Then you hang like the thread, and you got the hook on the end of the thread. You put like a little bit of bait, just a tiny little bit of chuck or whatever it is.
Do we have bait? Do we have that?
We'll be able to find something, I'm sure.
Right.
I'm sure this ocean is swimming with fish. Now, I could
That
just
is
go
where
under
fish tend
and
to be, yes.
absolutely. So, wait, come, I'll show you how to do it.
Okay. All right.
And he's going to got to kind of a vantage point, I imagine, towards the back of the ship. We are moored at the moment, anyway. He's going to firstly set up Cayde's rod, and then set up his own. He's gonna pull it back, and as he's doing so, Kaeth. So first, you want to pull the long stick back over your shoulder like this, and then you want to whip it forward like this,
Okay.
and then you let. You could have got it a little bit further, but that's fine. We're in the ocean at the moment.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cayde,
Now.
Cayde, make a strength check.
Oh fuck. Where is my character sheet? I could use that.
You should probably get that up.
No, I've got it. I just had another tab open because I was writing notes. 15.
Yeah, you fucking yeet that thing. You don't know what he's
play.
talking about.
Yeah, right. Jason's kind of like a little bit
mine's further
embarrassed.
than you, right?
But you're a lot stronger than I am. You know, you personally could have maybe got it a little bit further than it currently is.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
But
Cool.
now it's just a patience game. Now we sit here and we wait, and it's relaxing, and we can provide some food for our friends.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
Both of you make an
Kids
animal handling check.
Up.
Animal handling.
Hell yeah.
Ooh.
Natural 20.
No way.
Bullshit. Bullshit.
Ben, roll me a d4.
A D4. Oh god. 2.
Actually, no, sorry. Roll me a d6.
If you bring up a
D6.
C
Sorry,
I'm
no.
gonna kill you.
My brain. Roll me a d12. Sorry.
A D12. Oh no, these numbers just keep getting bigger. Ah! Genuinely a 12.
You
I
so
know,
you
I
feel
way.
you feel a good like weight on your rod, and you start like Jason starts telling you like what does Jason tell him?
All right, Kate, be very, very careful because the line is going to snap. That looks like it's a very, very fucking big fish. You don't pull it back all at once. You have to wait for it to tire out. You have to hold on to it, wait for it to tire itself out. Yeah, slow it down. When you feel like it starts to loosen, then you can pull it in.
And you do that, and you wait for it, and eventually it starts loosening. And you bring it in, and you've pulled up a 1 foot long fish. It's a foot long. I don't know what a sea trout. I don't know anything about fish.
It's a big fish.
Hey, that is fucking huge. Yeah. That's his. You've never been fishing before.
Oh.
This is your first time.
Yeah.
Pull it over here. Let's look.
It's okay.
It's just on the deck, just flopping around.
I put a hand on it to stop it from moving.
It's like slipping out your grasp. Eventually, you manage to get it down, and it's just wriggling against your hand.
What do we do now?
Well, now we kill it and we eat it later.
Okay.
Do you want to kill it or shall I?
You're the expert. I got it.
You hear a voice in your head. Kill. No. No,
he truly is evil.
You don't.
He's fine.
You don't hear a voice. You don't hear a voice.
Jason's going to pull out a knife, a dagger. Sorry.
Yeah, one of your many daggers.
One of my many daggers. Pass it towards Cayde. Handle first. Have you ever skinned and gutted the fish before?
Nope.
No worries. Well, I can show you how to.
Knife up the butt.
Yeah. So what we want to do is first you want to chop the head off. Chop it straight off.
That's how you
And then
get a
you
In
want.
the fish, where does the head start?
It's the one with the eyes.
Well, no, and where does it end? It's like all the head. How do I?
It's not all head. It's you just
What?
cut it like, and he's gonna like make like a little cutting motion where the fish's head is.
Okay.
Okay. Yeet.
Yep. And the head comes off easy enough.
And then what you want to do is kind of try to get your blade in the middle of the fillet and slice it alongwards.
The who?
So in the fillet, so you get like a fillet of fish. So you want to split it in
right.
half. You want to
Got
like butterfly the fish, like a butterfly.
Cade, make me a sleight of hand check.
Oh, God.
I'm about ready to just like start taking a
sleight
shot
of
every time
hand?
you pronounce that T. Every time you pronounce T, I'll
19,
get that
17
word.
plus 2.
You'll keep rolling 19. Yeah, you managed to get it pretty clean. Just a cut
Nice.
right down the middle.
Wow.
This is literally beginner's luck.
I'm very fucking impressed right now. See if you can do it again. This is the joy of fishing. We can sit here for hours. We
I'm
can
just gonna
talk.
close all my notes for this session.
Fishing session, y'all.
Alright, yeah. They do fishing for the rest of the day. What's everyone else doing?
But
God.
but Jason, can you quickly just make me an animal handling check? Oh, what did you roll in your animal handling check?
I rolled an 18 plus 3.
Yeah, I'd say
21.
between the two of you, you get like a pretty good amount of fish for the day. You've got
So
enough to feed
nice.
most of the people on the ship.
Can I, as the quartermaster, can I fire Mog? Because apparently we don't need him. You guys are doing all the
We
fishing.
like Mog
In
too much.
fairness, they've between the two of them, they've probably done about as much as Mog does away himself.
Valid.
That's
I'm just saying, is Mog
Yep.
All I'm
worth 7
saying,
silver a day?
Long Shadow, is that if you try and get rid of Mog, that's gonna be it. That's what pushes Cade over the edge. That's it.
Throughout this like couple hours that we spend together, Jason wouldn't be specifically looking to see how Cade is doing. However, Jason's got a 19 passive perception. Would he catch on?
That would be an insight. So unless you've got a
Okay.
19 passive insight, then
I don't
so
think
if you can make me an insight check, with
16.
as you're spending the whole day, make it with advantage.
Okay, cool.
But wait, what are you catching on to?
He just wants to know your general state of mind, well-being.
Mood.
That's an 18 again plus 6, so 24.
Okay, Cade, are you being withholding at all? Or are you putting on a front?
He is enjoying this whole fishing thing. Like obviously all of that shit is there, but like that was yesterday. Like this is great. He's having a great time. He's like genuinely enjoying himself, like distracted from everything that's gone on.
Okay, yeah, he seemed a bit withdrawn at the start of all this, but as you see it, as he like starts taking to the fishing, he seems to be enjoying himself through the day.
Cool. No.
Before we hit like noon, Long Shadow would probably come looking for them because we were supposed to tell Tifa which direction we were going this morning.
True.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so I just after like a couple hours of fishing.
Wow, that's a lot of
Look.
fish.
Oh, hi, Long Shadow.
Hello.
Do you want to fish with us?
I would love to. However, we were supposed to inform the storm marshal as to whether or not we were accompanying them to a Batqui. Or not,
Shit.
to Battlefold.
Yes, we fucking was. Oh, I am such a fool. I woke up in a really good mood, and I kind
It's really because we left the decision up to Cade. It's really just Cade. Are we headed towards Kaeth Solen or are we heading towards Basenfold? Your call.
We should. I think if it's okay with everyone else, I would like to help my parents.
All right,
You
I
hear
shall
Audra
go.
from across the deck, like yes. That's all.
I'm gonna flip Audra a gold coin. She won the bet.
All right, I shall
What's
go
this?
inform. I shall go inform Tifa. Jason, if you'd like to join me for a moment.
Of course.
All right.
You just leave Cade
Cool.
with 2 fishing rods, just...
hold this.
I was gonna say in that moment, for the first time, since he's been taking to it so well, for the first time, comes up empty
Aww.
Oh,
Cade
man.
dual wields
He
fishing
was-
rod.
as he was distracted by what was going on.
Yeah, fishing rods are
Yeah.
2-handed weapons.
I haven't taken that feat. Yes.
But they're weapons.
1d4 piercing damage.
To
but it
fish
has a
they
reach.
are.
They're a two-handed ranged weapon.
Amazing.
Right, okay, so you guys head over to the Storm's Marshal. You guys, they've set up a few more planks to allow ease of access between workers. And yeah, you see Tifa is just walking around the ship, barking commands.
Pardon me, Captain Tifa.
Yes, Long Shadow, wasn't it?
Yes, I was coming over for a few things. First off, the supplies have been enough. Do you require any more lumber or tar?
No, we should be ready to be on our way. We're just applying finishing touches. We're mostly back together now.
And Tarhan and Guz, they did their jobs well.
They've been more than helpful.
One last thing.
I'm gonna kind of like gesture towards Jason.
We talked it over with our crew and decided that even though you have given us more than ample warning, unfortunately we cannot ignore what is going on in Kaeth Solen, and we must be headed north.
I understand, but remember to be careful.
We were hoping to perhaps talk about meeting up with you. We were wondering if after our adventures in Kaeth Solen you might be interested in perhaps hitting port or docking for a small amount of time so that we might take care of our business and meet up with you before Port Obsidor.
Well, I will be spending some time in... we will be spending a few days in Solanor, getting the ship back to working order. If you would like, if it would behoove you to travel over land, then you can have your ship meet us in Solanor, and I will ensure that it makes its way to the gap of the Sundar Isles unharmed, allowing you to travel over land.
That is a very generous offer, I think. Fellow Jason, what do you think of this?
I agree. I think it's a very generous offer. Yeah, absolutely. If that's okay with you, Tifa.
It's you protected me and my crew, and we can protect yours.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
Heck yeah.
And you had names of allies you would like me to collect.
Yes, and I can, as we get closer to you, I'll check in periodically, and I will make sure our allies are within port cities, that I will make you aware of them. I can magically contact you once a day.
Very well.
I am going to quickly inform her that basically Lorcar is just where we need her to stop right now, because we just have, Champion and everybody to pick up there, but like we don't really have a whole lot of other port allies, do we, guys?
Unless you want to go collect your siblings, or any of your siblings.
I was gonna say, didn't Bubble say he wanted to come?
You have a selection of other siblings.
Yeah, the question is,
Are you going to contact Raina?
That is a one. Long Shadow would not let them get hurt.
I would remind. I will remind you, Long Shadow, that you have tried to contact Raina in the past and not received a response.
We can't contact Raina right now. No.
Wasn't it you couldn't contact her, so you didn't get a reply?
Interesting.
So I'm gonna go ahead and just leave off everyone's siblings and just mention the people in Lorcar.
Okay. And so the Storms
Plus,
Marshal
Raina can teleport there. That's true.
The Storms Marshal.
Used to know when though.
The Storms Marshal will be docked in Solanor, waiting for your ship to join them.
All right, sounds like a plan. And then I'll leave Jason to do whatever he needs to do with his sister.
Looks like we're going in different directions.
Seems that way.
It's been nice meeting you.
And ye. I wish we had a
Thank
bit more
you.
time.
We have years.
I hope so.
And he is going to kind of awkwardly raise his arms as if
She's
if
very
she-
awkward about it as well. She's like, it's very much like a should we, or is it? Are we this close yet?
Is this what we do?
And
then,
eventually end up in a hug, and it's still a little awkward.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hugging your siblings never gets less awkward in real life. Doesn't matter if you were born together.
Be safe,
And you,
please.
though you're traveling to a little more danger than I am. You may want to be careful of your companion, Vakian.
What about him?
He's wanted.
Oh, I thought it was nothing. No, don't worry. It was, it's okay.
She looks a bit confused at your response.
Okay. No, nothing is completely fine. It's all under control. Okay. So I tell you what. He's got fingers of rings.
Okay.
He's gonna pull off a ring, and so you know that I'm coming back.
Thank you.
Okay, bye.
Cool. She gives you a little punch on the elbow. There's a little bit of a static shock.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I love that.
Do-do-do-do-do-do.
Oh my god!
I hate it. Stop it. Cease.
It's not funny anymore.
Kate's still been left with the fishing rods, or is he there?
No, you're still on the ship. They didn't
Wow.
take you, so it's up to you whether or not he stayed with the fishing rods.
No, I think if everyone was heading over, he would have.
It wasn't
gone
everyone.
and
It was
did
just
all the-
Long Shadow and Jason.
Well, if this was final goodbyes, he'd probably want to go over and yeah.
Okay.
Just tell to look out for the cult and stuff like that. Yeah. And
You all say your farewells, and
yeah.
you start making ready to leave.
So we're going to Kaeth Solen. What else is happening?
They are going. So Tifa and the Storm's Marshal are heading south and around the continent to Port Obsidor. They're going to stop at Celador and wait for the Dawn Rider. She has offered that if you and your party wish to travel overland, she will. All the Dawn Rider has to do is get to Celador, and she will protect them all the way to the gap of the Sunder Isles, which is where the Western Sea meets the Pontus Sea, which is where Port Obsidor is.
And she's going to go pick up our allies.
Yes, and she's going to pick up your allies in Lorcar.
Okay. Audra's going to spend a bit of time drafting up pickup letters, basically. That they're just going to say, hey, these are the wave breakers. This is our ally. Just so that you know that they're legit and with us.
Okay.
And they're going to pick you up.
All right. Cool.
She's going to make like 10 just for good measure, and she's going to give them to Tifa.
Yeah. Easy enough to do. You each make your preparations, say your farewells, and get the ship ready to leave. It's late afternoon.
Question.
Yep.
Is there any debris of loose wood from the ship?
There would be, but it's fully waterlogged.
Is it just? I want to fill a jar with some piece of their ship.
Yeah, if you wish to, that you can just jump in the water and find a bit of flotsam.
Just a little bit of driftwood,
And it's
but
easy.
no bigger than what would fit in a jar.
It's easy enough. After this long in the salty sea, you can crush it basically. And yeah.
Yeah, cool.
Easy
he's gonna
enough.
fill another jar.
Nice.
Nice.
Okay. Is there anything else?
I think
Think
that's
so.
it. I think we're heading out for now.
Okay. And under the light of the waning sun, you guys head out onto the open sea, towards Kaeth Solen, and the capital city of Solanor, home of the High Elves.
Ooh.
Yo, imagine if Jason died in Kaeth Solen. That would suck.
Shut no, don't say
No.
that. Unspeak that out of existence.
Really, you'll really be manifesting things.
No.
Where did that come from?
Right. It comes from, you now have like something to live and stay alive for.
Oh shit! Yeah, that's a very good.
You
point.
said, I'll see you again. We have years. And like, that's the kind of shit you say right before you die.
Everybody
That's
gangster.
That
till
is,
you have
yeah, that
something
is
you
the
care
fucking
about.
that's the fucking side character's penultimate episode. Right. And the 2 days to Kaeth Solen pass fairly uneventfully.
Ooh. I do have something I want to try during those 2 days, real quick.
Go for it.
Yeah, I was gonna say
I'm-
2 days.
I'm going to go up to the deck of the ship, probably sometime around sunset. And I'm going to take out a long spool of twisted copper wire, kind of bent and crackled from the times I've used it before.
Okay.
And spread it in a circle around me and sit cross-legged on the deck. And begin to speak and cast sending. I'm going to send to Cayde Vakian.
This is Long Shadow. We are headed to Kaeth Solen. We are attempting to rescue your parents. They are in danger.
Danger is one
Please
word.
meet.
Dangerous one word.
Yeah, my brain fucked it.
Danger. Please meet us there.
Okay.
Cayde safe.
Okay. You speak those words out. You feel the message leave into the ether. Keeping your eyes closed, waiting for a response. There is only silence.
That's bad. That's a... Oh, she's dead. Okay, cool.
Nope.
You feel
Cool,
it
cool,
leave.
Cool. So she's captured. Or evil.
So she's ignoring you.
She's leaving me on red right now, is what she's doing.
Yeah, you get a
Damn.
response back. It's just two words.
She's big
right
leaguing you.
in the time.
She's big leaguing
Nope.
you. She's like this little puny ass blade
Okay.
singer. Not talking to him.
It's a blue tick.
And then still sitting in that same circle, I'm gonna expend one of my other 3rd level spell slots.
Okay.
And I'm gonna send a message. I'm gonna tell you who it's going to. No, I'll just start it with it.
Darkbomb. How are you? How are your journeys? I worry sometimes. Speak so that I might know that you are safe.
How many words
And
is
it's
it?
you.
25 total, and I used like 18.
Okay. You said it finished with I miss you.
Yeah.
Okay. I wasn't expecting this.
I know. I just figured I'd try it.
After a little bit, you do get a response.
She's alive! Yeah!
And he says, "Brother, it is good to hear from you. The fight to free our home is progressing well." That's 17. Soon we will be free.
Oh fuck, I just thought about something. I have 1 3rd level spell slot left. I'm gonna use it right now.
Shit. Oh shit. Oh shit.
That is good to hear. I worry because there are radicals about in our country. Do you know of Captain Lastblade and the Runeten's Revenge?
Oh shit.
I have heard of these freedom fighters. They work to liberate our seas.
Oh shit. Long Shadow, no!
I knew it. As soon as I thought about it, I was like, fuck.
Don't ask questions you don't want to know the answer to.
No!
That's all my sendings for that day. That's it. Fuck. Okay. Thank you, Birdie.
No worries.
That's everything I wanted.
Yeah. Wow. Oof. That's a lot. Where are you doing this, by the way, Long Shadow?
At the front of the ship to the deck is what I said.
Oh, okay. Cool. After you seem like you're finished with that, Cayde's gonna come over to you.
He's spooling up wire, kind of looking at it.
Yes, Cayde.
Long Shadow, I know things aren't great right now. Between you and me.
Oh, I have no issue with you, Cayde.
Come
I
on,
have
you
no
don't
issue
have
with
to-
you at all. I have already made my worries clear, and they are not with you, Cayde Vakian. You are a good man.
I can't just give up what I have here.
I never asked you to. I asked you not to seek out more.
But you know that that's what I need to do to help Shadow Cleaver, right?
That is what you believe you need to do. Perception and truth are not always the same thing. And I might be proven wrong at some point in the future, and if so, I will admit it. But until then, I will continue to be wary of the thing on your hip.
You keep talking about it like it's... It's that phrase gets to me. Long Shadow, you say that thing on your hip. Do you see a thing on my hip? There's nothing there.
You may not wear it physically, but you wear it every day.
Long Shadow, it is not some sword or some thing that I can just toss aside. It's not like that. He's part of me, at least for now. That is why the cult are after me. They're not after some sword that they can just take from me. That's not it. It's not a case of just throwing something away and it's over with. If it was as simple as that, maybe I could have done that by now, but it's not. They need me because he is part of me now.
Did I ever tell you the story of the fall of Runatoxuyu? Not the annexation 60 years ago by Valdaiga, but the fall of one of the greatest empires the world has ever seen.
No.
Sit with me.
And he's gonna like lean over and like pat the deck next to him, the sun shining.
Okay. I'll sit down with you.
I say this not as a relation to our current situation, but as a cautionary tale. And I am not going to debate you, because again, I have admitted I might be in the wrong, but I have not been proven that yet. And as someone who believes in logic and knowledge, I will hold on to those beliefs until they have proven wrong. However, Runatoxuyu was once one of the greatest military and magical powers of all time. It was a land of extreme surplus. We were able to harvest and to learn and to grow because we had developed our own ritual of magic. A ritual which bound creatures to us. These entities coming from a varying amount of planes. These creatures we believed to be a part of our society, and we treated them as such. We saw them used in things as small as everyday hand tools we would bind these creatures to. And life existed for several centuries. But all it took was an event. What event we still do not know. But at some point, those creatures were granted freedom, or at least an autonomy over just a small portion of society. And they caused untold havoc and ruin. There is a reason there is no major religion in Runatoxuyu, and that is because the idea of binding ourselves to these beings is something that is still very recent in our cultural memory. And the idea that something that is not outright good, that is not working for the good of society itself, the idea that creature has influence over a good man, cannot help but make me think about the fall of a great empire. So even if you are good, and even if that thing is a piece of you, the more that you seek to gain its power, even if it is just to remove its power from another, the more you open yourself to a risk of granting it autonomy. And that is why I do not say that I do not trust you, because I trust you as a person. But even if it is not exerting magics, if it is not whispering in your ear, power Absolute power corrupts absolutely. And you continuously surrounding yourself with something that itself does not have good intentions means that you are more likely to become corrupted with time. There are acts that once you have passed, you forever will carry that stain on your soul. And I wish you to not perform those acts. I wish to preserve Cayde Vakian, good man, fighter for his family, and not Cayde Vakian, wielder of a blade forged in shadows for a reason that we know not.
He thinks on that for a long minute. I understand your concern, Long Shadow. I do. It is genuine, and I am not ignoring it. I promise you. I understand why you are concerned. And you're right. But I'm not going to let it control me. It is, as much as you might think that he's preying on me as some sort of vessel that he can control and corrupt, that is what he was trying to escape from, is becoming truly evil and choosing someone with which he could form a true bond that would make things different. Because maybe those are his origins. Maybe he was formed as an evil being to do evil things. But people, entities can change, and with influence from others can change people. And I know you have concern that it is happening in the opposite direction, where he is corrupting me and making me different. Perhaps it's working the other way around.
Cayde, I apologize, but this is one place where your knowledge is incorrect. Humans and mortals and tabaxi and orcs, we are all mortals. And because of that, we were granted this beautiful thing known as free will. We are not born of the forces of good and evil in the universe with a purpose. An entity that is from the outer planes does not change because that is not in its nature. Because it cannot change.
How do you know that?
Because that has always been true. And it always will be true.
Who says that's true?
It is a universal truth. It has been studied. You know the person who you should have this debate with. And I do not trust her because I do not know her properly. But the person who would understand the nature of your weapon would be your sister. Perhaps have this discussion with her once we see her again. Until then, we can only disagree. And again, I do not disagree with you, but with the morality of a creature that was forged in a plane that is not the mortal one.
I just want you to know that my intentions are pure. They are to help, not to serve. That is never the intention. I took this pact with Shadow Cleaver because even if you don't believe me, just listen. All right? Because this is what I did and why I did it. Even if you don't believe it, just listen to the words I'm saying. I took this pact with him because when I met him, when I heard his voice for the first time, he was scared. And you might not believe that. You might think that extra planar beings are not capable of emotion like that, but...
They are very capable of emotion. They are not capable of changing themselves. There is a difference. How else could you anger a god if they were not capable of emotion?
Fair enough, but still, he didn't want to be that. That was what he was trying to avoid. That's why he took this pact with me because, like you've said yourself, you consider me a good man. Maybe that's what he needed to balance things out. A
Perhaps. And
evil,
again,
plain
have
out being,
admitted that I
and a
could be
good
proven
person
wrong.
of the mortal plane.
I have admitted that I could be proven wrong, but it has not proven me wrong yet.
Okay. Well, I hope that one day I can prove you wrong.
I look forward to the day. Now come, it is getting chilly and I want more hot cocoa. Join me.
Okay. All right. Yeah.
Should we make some and spike it to give to Jason? Get him drunk in front of the crew again.
Oh, jeez. And you're the one worried about me being evil.
And as the two of you are walking away, Cayde, you would hear the voice in your head. Only a single sentence this time.
Uh-huh.
I believe your friend may be somewhat prejudiced.
Oh, shit.
And
Yeah,
that's
me
all.
too.
That's all he says. There's almost a hint of amusement in his voice.
Yeah. Longshot is very stuck in his ways.
As you turn around and you are walking back towards the front, back towards the back of the ship, you just see Audra sitting on the stairs close to the helm, just watching you guys.
Yeah.
Oh,
See Cayde laughing with him.
I pull like a soggy tomato that I've been carrying around like the last 24 hours, and I wait for her to turn her head slightly, just fucking throw it as hard as I can.
Make an attack roll.
Let's see here. That is an 18 plus. I'm not proficient.
Yep,
I'm
you
assuming
hit.
It's a range weapon, so 5, so 23.
Yep.
What'd you say?
Just fucking beans you in the forehead.
Oh, I
No.
apologize. Think fast.
Yeah, you're supposed to say that before.
That is what you get for snooping.
Longshadow.
Who said anything about snooping?
Longshadow, you just threw that at our captain, and technically, as first mate, I outrank you, so that was bad. Don't do that again. Just gives you a wink. Still smiling about it, like just
and
joking.
Audra takes off towards you like she's gonna tackle you.
The ship is moving right now, right?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm not.
There
gonna
are,
jump off the edge.
and there are
That's a
crew
joke.
around.
I'm gonna full on just arms out, get ready for like the tackle roll, and do the reverse tackle. She's gonna win that, obviously.
Both of you make
because
athletics
Just gonna
checks.
step to one side.
Contested athletics checks, please.
Oh no.
So that's -1.
You're so fucked.
I am fucked because I have rolled a 0, my friend.
Oh,
And you
no.
fucking floor him.
I'm just gonna gesture around to the rest
And
of the
you
crew.
take
Captain Audra, wins
Audra,
again!
what's your strength mod?
Just strength is +5.
You take 7 points of bludgeoning damage.
Crushing damage.
You saw him in the brace position and you thought, I'm gonna go for it. You went full tilt and it's like when you're roughhousing with your younger sibling and you go a bit too far.
Audra, you are very comfortable, but also can you please get off of me?
Sorry. She's gonna flick you in the forehead and she's gonna lay on hands you.
Okay, and as you do that, you're gonna get flicked in the forehead by a tail.
Oh,
I'm just gonna just laugh and kind of gesture to everyone else, kind of just hoping they'll kind of join in and just see it as a jokey thing. Just try to keep the mood chill after that seems to happen out of nowhere.
It's quite late. It's fairly late. And there are a few crew on deck that are just like pulling the night shift, keeping the ship moving at full tilt, and they're just like shaking their head a little bit, like this is our captain. This.
Oh,
Well, it's all fun and games.
you brought it up, Cayde, but this is actually very important. You mentioned you are the first mate. We
Yes.
need to find a new first mate.
What?
Not because you are not performing your job admirably, but if we are going to travel over land, we need a new first mate to lead the ship back to Passingfold.
wouldn't we have to find a new captain as well for that?
No, the first mate would be able to
Oh,
hold the position
right.
of captain.
Yeah, no, you're right.
We could always
Yeah,
make
'cause
Gus
the
the captain.
The chain of command goes captain, first mate,
Yeah,
quartermaster.
I forgot about that. I forgot about that. Probably meeting we need to have about that.
We'll have it eventually. Just something to keep in mind.
And you think we should travel overland?
It would be quicker. It would be faster.
That's true. That is very true.
And we are much more likely to make allies if we are going over land than if we are on the ocean.
Yeah.
Jason, I call up to like the crow's nest.
Oh,
Jason, what do you think of walking over land? You liked the idea, correct?
what?
Get your ass down here.
And with a little cocky flourish, Jason's just gonna fall backwards off the crow's nest, casting Featherfall on himself.
You've been trying to get flying to work, but this is about as far as you've managed to get, is soft landings.
Yeah. And he's gonna try and do like a little bit of a superhero landing as he does so, land on one knee and both fists on the floor.
He daintily
hello.
lowers very slowly and then lands in a much more exaggerated pose than would befit falling at that speed.
Superhero landing.
Oh,
be rough.
hello guys. I did not see you there.
Right.
Did you know that if you used magic for whims like this at the academy, you would have gotten between 6 to 8 hours worth of detention?
That's why no one wants to go to your shitty academy.
Cayde actually goes.
I mean, you see Long Shadow do the shrug of like, he's not fucking wrong. He's not wrong.
I'm joking with you, Long Shadow.
What I was asking was, how do you feel about traveling overland? You had liked that idea, correct?
You know, me and Audra, we spend so much time at sea in our lives. I couldn't wait to return. But now that we're out here and we're accomplishing things, I'm kind of missing the comforts of staying warm.
Oh, he's learning. Perhaps one day we'll get him to eat something other than salted pork.
Down.
No.
Nah.
No.
I'm just
But-
saying, cayenne pepper is very tasty.
Look, I really don't mind. I love the ocean. If you guys would be more comfortable traveling by land, I'm happy to. I felt like we needed to get here by ship because our target was in the middle of the ocean. We originally left the ocean for a reason. I'm not sure sailing back around would be a bright idea.
Wait, you left the ocean for a reason. What do you mean?
Didn't we already
No
talk about
reason.
this?
You mentioned
Did I
something.
say?
You
Did I
mentioned
say?
something about a genie and a captain, but you did not elaborate.
Oh yeah, huh? Should probably tell him about that.
In
We
fact,
kind of
I
glossed over
am
that.
very unaware of a lot of the events that happened before I joined our group.
You know what? Actually, you're entirely right.
Oh, we lost Jason for a second. Oh, here he goes. He's back. Yeah. You're back. Yes.
Hello.
Yep. We're here.
Yeah. You know what? It has certainly been delayed, for sure. We're kind of not so. God damn it!
No, we can hear you, man. Keep going. Oh,
We
this
can
is so
still hear you.
sad. Now we can't. That's fucking hilarious.
What's going on?
No.
We might just have to call an early break real quick. That's
I think he's gonna.
There we go.
there we go.
There we go.
Sorry, my
Alright.
computer's been shit. We leaving the ocean was never really a conscious choice. We made a lot of friends. As a result, we made a few enemies. And as a result, all of our friends were dead. Is that fair to say?
You're really generalizing it here, Jason.
I'm not good at telling stories.
Okay. Okay. Story time. Everybody come. And we're going to go to the captain's quarters. Okay. Oh.
All right.
I wasn't prepped to tell this story. Notes. Basically, this is what happened. You've heard the name Nelda a couple times, correct?
I met Nelda on one occasion. The evening you met me is when she left the party.
So you did know Nelda.
Well, I didn't know her, but I met her.
Anyway, Jason and I have been together for a really, really, really long time. The next person that was part of our family was Nelda. Nelda found us because we had heard about a treasure somewhere, and we heard that it was great. So we decided that we were going to go get it for our captain. Because, we can't keep our nose out of trouble, and we like that stuff. And we're pirates, so treasure.
I would like to clarify, you are no longer pirates. Technically speaking, you own a boat that does legitimate jobs now.
Sure. So, we found it. We found the treasure. And it was great. It was a genie's lamp. But we were ambushed when we brought it back out of where we found it. And they almost killed us. It was very quick. Obviously, we weren't expecting it. And they left us for dead on the road, and they took the genie's lamp. And that's when Nelda found us. She literally saved our lives. And then she came with us. That lamp got into the hands of Captain Blackwood. And he used 2 wishes that we know of. Jason and I's entire crew, gone. Our captain, gone. Our ship, our home, our ocean, all of it. We ran.
I am assuming this took place near the Sunder Isles.
Port Obsidor.
Yet another reason it's better for us to travel overland, but that is neither here nor there.
And he's gonna reach over and first arm grab Audra and second arm grab Jason and kind of pull them both in.
I cannot imagine what it would be like to lose my family. And I will endeavor not to have you lose a second one.
Kind of breaks from the hug, and you see a little bit of lightning in her eyes. And she says, "Thank you. But no one will ever take anyone from me again." So, the wishes. This is something that we should probably mention, right, Jason?
Yeah.
Was 1 for, what was it, an unkillable crew?
And an unsinkable ship.
Right. We don't know if he used the 3rd.
I wouldn't. To be fair, this man is not intelligent, as those are the two things he asks for when having power to cast the mightiest spell that a mortal can cast. He picks a crew and a ship. If he had worded it right, he could have had both of those and more in a single wish.
No one said the asshole was smart.
Well, if he has at least a modicum of sense, he would hold on to the third wish until he is about to die. But I thank you. Because even if this ship is supposedly unsinkable, I now have a decent amount of experience.
At what? Sinking ships?
Yeah.
Sinking ships.
You sunk one ship.
By myself, with no other ship or cannons.
That's not a lot of experience.
That is more experience than you have sinking a ship by yourself.
I mean, yeah, you've probably, yeah.
You don't remember that
Perhaps.
one
Yeah,
time,
Jason.
Jason. Okay.
Perhaps we might, just before we visit the cult, we might have to rid Upsidor of its worst crew.
How can we kill them if they can't be killed?
Well, the first thing would be able to steal the bottle and use the third wish to remove the first two wishes. But you could always banish them to another plane of existence so they might be eternally in torment.
Don't have to kill them. There are things far worse than death.
Mm-hmm. Well, that is here nor there. The two of you have had a long past, and I'm sure I will hear more about the adventures you've had before I joined you.
So, Kaeth Solen, Cayde, I really think we're gonna have to disguise you. How do you feel about dyeing your hair?
Cayde?
Cayde.
What? Sorry, that was to me? Sorry.
Who else
I
needs
completely
to be
blanked.
disguised?
I'm sorry. I completely blanked. Wait. What? Why?
Dye your hair for disguise.
Right, because this won't be a problem if I dye my hair. I mean, I wear this, like, all the time. Like, I put my hood
Which
up.
means
Fine.
you are recognizable as wearing that.
That is
Maybe.
true. Perhaps a change of clothes would be something.
I also agree with dyeing your hair.
What?
Perhaps
I mean, I
even
was
we
joking,
have...
but if we're really gonna do it.
Perhaps even we have maybe Adra punch you in the face once, and we don't heal it because a bruise will cover most of your face.
Or we could break his nose.
We could break it.
Neither of those. Thank you. I am.
Remove
About
some
that.
teeth?
I
We
mean,
could
my
shave your
main-
eyebrows.
Ooh.
No.
My
Paint them
main
on.
point was, we'll need to disguise you if you're coming in to the city.
I mean, I have the invisibility spell, guys. It did
How long does that
lasts
last?
for an hour.
last for an hour. I can cast that
Right.
twice a day. We need to get between places. I can do that. Well, not even twice a day. Twice, and then I need
I would not.
an hour to rest, and then I can do it again.
I would not put all of our stock into a single spell. I do not know Kaeth Solen, but at the academy there were areas of this school where if you attempted to enter them under spells, they would be dispersed. The magic removed from you. It is how they kept us out of the restricted section of the library.
When I look at Cayde, can I see his ears?
Unless if he has his hood up, no.
Hood is currently not up.
However, you are
But
going
when-
to a place that is full of elves and half elves.
Yes.
Right. Is his hair long enough to cover his ears?
That's a Ben question. Is it?
He is
Probably
a
not,
half
as you
elf,
are a
so
half elf.
Probably not.
You need a lot of hair. You need like my amount of hair.
I mean, yeah, they are smaller than high elf ears, but like still pretty long.
Yeah, they will protrude through hair.
I think we need to put some sort of hat on you or a band or something to hide your ears. That way people can't identify you as a half elf.
He just puts the hood up and just goes. Problem
Did
solved.
you leave?
Why do you think I wear the hood? That's kind of part of the. You
Hoods
really didn't
make
think I
people
thought
look
about this, huh?
suspicious. Listen,
Well,
I'm trying to make us.
Hoods are the most suspicious thing that you could possibly have chosen.
it's better
Anyway.
than nothing.
Did you?
We
didn't
ourselves
leave
have identified sketchy individuals by them wearing hoods.
What about the turban?
Something like that. Listen, did you leave the city wearing those clothes?
I mean, did I, DM?
That's up to you. Is this how you dressed when you were the son of a politician?
No. So.
But is this how you dressed when you left? Did you like realize what you'd done, put a disguise on, and then leave, or is this something you picked up along the way? This is your decision.
Probably, yeah. I think the jacket is something I would have picked up along the way. And most of everything else is kind of just a mismatch of just stuff that's not particularly identifiable. But I would have, yeah. This is not what I left wearing.
Another thing, and Long Shadow's gonna like leave the door real quick, sprint downstairs to his office, and run back up. In his hands, he's holding several strips of leather that are bound together in a belt, and a short sword.
You should not summon Shadow Cleaver while we are in the city if you can help it. Obviously, if we are going to die, summon the sword. But perhaps you should carry a regular weapon for while we are there.
Right.
That's a good point.
You have a selection of weapons from the ship that you brought to arm the crew.
Yep.
Yeah, I suppose I could do that. I mean, yeah.
And then even if we do not dye your hair, perhaps just trimming it up so you don't look so suspicious. None of us look the best because of months of travel, but
yeah, we could do that.
I would lock my door if I saw you walking up the street right now.
Kaeth, have you ever
That's
thought about
probably a
going
good
bald?
thing, right? Sorry, what was that,
No.
Jason?
Have you ever thought about going bald?
Kid immediately steps away from you. I said I agreed to trim. Absolutely.
I'm thinking
not.
drastic changes, it make you harder to
We could even put temporary tattoos on his scalp, make him look
Absolutely not.
very different. It is this wonderful paste that we use in spellcasting for
No.
enchantment effects. It's called henna. It only lasts a few days.
Absolutely not.
I could
He
even
said
do
no.
real tattoos if you want a real one.
Yeah, we could do real tattoos.
Nope. Nope.
Shave the eyebrows and the head.
Absolutely not. Yeah, it's
Long Shadow, do backseat tattoos.
Underneath the fur, if you imbue it with certain magics, it will discolor your fur to show off tattoos.
That's very cool.
Mhm. It's very cool.
No, the wood's very. Oh, I see what you did there. That was good. I'm not going bald. No tattoos.
Oh, I'll tell you what. Let's
Couple trip.
brainstorm. Let's brainstorm a plan overnight. We'll have another meeting in the morning. How many more days till we get to Kaeth Solen 1?
Yeah, you'll arrive tomorrow afternoon.
Mm-hmm.
In the morning, we'll come up with a rough plan.
Okay.
Cayde, this plan is going to heavily rely upon you since you know the city best, but you have to be the one we rely upon the least, considering how you are the most sought out for.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, we'll discuss it in the morning. Everybody come up with some sort of idea or brainstorm, yeah?
Yeah. Sounds like a plan to me.
Okay.
Okay.
And with that, we're going to go to break. We'll be back at let's say 10 minutes from now. Just past quarter past. Just past 15 minutes past.
Here.
Okay. Come join us later for some more D&D. Bye!
Oh boy. See you in a few.
And welcome back to The Show is a Mimic, the Sorodin Chronicles. When we left off, we were approaching the capital city of Kaeth Solen. There are people upstairs in my house that are being really goddamn loud as they tread on the floorboards.
That's amazing.
So if you hear creaking, that's them. I apologize. So you were approaching the capital city of Kaeth Solen, which is the capital city of Solanor, which is the home of the High Elves within the continent of Sorodin, and it is the home of Mr. Cayde Vakian. You are going there to rescue the parents of Cayde Vakian, who have been taken prisoner for a crime they did not commit, a crime that Cayde very much did commit.
Couldn't be me.
That is one way to get your parents out of prison. Is all I'm saying.
Even if you're a cultist, murder is murder. Yeah, and that's where we left off, with you guys deciding if you wanted to disguise Cayde in some way and how you might go about that. Back to you guys.
All right. So, first things first, we need to find out where your parents are being held.
Yeah. Honestly, it depends how much of a hold inside the city they have. Like, I don't know if they have control of everything, or if, like...
Okay, so, probably need to say a bit about the justice system within Kaeth Solen. In Celador, the place you just were, they had a prison. This is not common in the continent of Sorodin. The reason why Celador has a prison is because they do not have the death sentence there. In most of the places, other cities and places in the continent, crimes are punishable by fines, by some form of corporal punishment, or by capital punishment. So you either serve your punishment, or you are murdered, or you are killed. So most places don't require a detention center larger than a dungeon. This is the case for Kaeth Solen. Anyone that is kept until their sentence is carried out is normally kept in the dungeons of the Solomon Castra, or the Sunrise Citadel.
That's where they'll be. I repeat that information back. It's like that's what they'll be.
Do you think that they'll keep them in the dungeon, or do you think that they're... I mean, they were publicly arrested, right? That's what Chica said.
Yeah.
So then you're probably right. They probably are being kept in a dungeon if they're not still being used as figureheads.
Which means that beneath the citadel.
Do you know how to get there?
I mean... Probably as much as anyone else. I've not been there myself, but like, as much as anyone else would. I mean, it'll be somewhere beneath the citadel, and the citadel is very heavily guarded. As
you only would have been to the citadel for formal events when your family would have been invited. So, and you only would have been to the public facing areas of the palace.
So no.
So. But you know how to get there.
Yes.
It's like, you know how to get... The Citadel is very obvious from anywhere in the city.
Yeah, I mean, anyone would kind of know how to get there, really. It's just, it's not exactly hidden. It's just getting to the parts of it that aren't public, like the dungeons.
Do you know, is there like a library? Do you guys have any public records?
I mean, yeah.
Yes.
I mean, there are several libraries within the city. Yeah. Yeah.
We could start there. You said there are several libraries?
I mean, yeah.
They don't have any like famous library, but like any city, they have repositories of information.
Okay.
Yeah. It's nothing like what they have at the academy, but it's, you know.
If we are needing information, this library If it is possible to obtain this information from there, I will be able to find it.
Right.
I say, in-game, mentioning the mechanic of the sage background, being able to find information at any repository, if it's there.
Nice.
So maybe we can find a blueprint or something. A blueprint would be perfect, but if not a blueprint, maybe just some information about the Citadel that could help us have an in.
Possibly. I mean, I have been there a few times for like formal events, so like I kind of know the layout somewhat, but not fully. Like I vaguely know where to go, but like past public area, we ain't got nothing. Like I don't know what's down there, how guarded it is, how deep it goes.
Okay.
That's, yeah.
Do you, when you left, right, did you have any friends that you were leaving behind? Do you know anybody that would remain loyal to your parents?
I mean, Eli, he might still. Well, of course he'd still be there. Right. Yes. Okay. Yes, I do have someone that might be able to help us. Just thinking about it, Raina's not there, and if my parents are arrested and I'm unwanted. Oh, this could work. Okay, so think about it this way. If we were found to be within the city, where's the last place they'd think to look for us?
Your house.
Right under their noses, exactly, Jason. Eli is my cousin. He is the next heir to our estate. Raina's not here, my parents are arrested, I'm wanted, he's the next heir to the estate. If we can get there and we can see him, we might be able to stay there. No one will think to look for us there.
This Eli, is he a cousin like your uncle's?
Son of my uncle, yes.
Didn't you kill his father?
Yes, but he doesn't know that. He doesn't know. As far as I know, he doesn't know anything. He and I were like best friends growing up. He's a good person. I don't know if we could tell him the full truth, but if we can convince him that my parents were at least framed, which is true, they have been framed. He might be able to help us.
Okay.
I trust him.
Well, we'll err on the side of caution about not telling him the full truth.
Absolutely. The full truth might be a bit much for him right now, even if he is on our side.
So maybe we'll make contact with Eli and see what he can provide us information-wise.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And you know where he is?
Yes, he's within the Vakian estate.
Okay.
So we need to visit the place that they took your parents from, that your uncle was supposedly murdered at. This is going to be difficult.
Yeah.
We should reach Kaeth Solen tomorrow evening. Perhaps we wait until later in the night to disembark from the ship.
I mean, if there's... the only other place I can think of that we could possibly go in terms of staying within the city, there's there is like an inn that's kind of like a nobles only thing, but that would be dangerous just because that might give us away, because you guys aren't exactly nobles.
Speak for yourself. I am basically royalty.
It's not
It's not a nobles only deal. It's just a hut, like a higher standard place. It's within the
Yeah.
noble district, and it's for
Yeah,
people with a bit
but-
more money in their pockets. It's just expensive. It's bougie.
Okay, fair enough.
Well,
Yeah.
if you think about it, you can make yourself and Adra invisible, and Jason and I can pass as somewhat wealthy.
Right. Yeah. Sure, we could do that. Those are our options. I mean,
I
know
haven't
a
been to
couple of
Kaeth
places.
Solen. I suppose Long Shadow and I might be conspicuous.
They would be considered conspicuous.
I can take care of that for myself, and if you are invisible, then you would not be conspicuous.
well, actually, no.
It's not that they are conspicuous. However, it's not like it's unheard of. There just aren't many of people other than elves, but there are some.
Yeah. There is a third place. Sorry, I completely slipped my mind. I'm checking my notes. There is a third option. There is a place I know of. It's more kind of low profile. It's more kind of in the middle of the city. Another inn might be able to hide out at. But I would probably need to hide because noble. I don't know how they'll feel about that. I just kind of know about its existence. Those are kind of our options, really.
Okay. So what do you want to do first? Do you want to hit up the public libraries for information, or do you want to try and make contact with Eli?
Well, if we can get an in with Eli, that is a seriously good step, but it's up to you guys. I mean, this isn't some decision I can make by myself. This is all of us. I mean, it's a risk that I think is worth taking, but I'm relatively new to making risky moves.
I feel as though Eli is probably going to be the quickest well of information, but is also the most risky because as soon as he knows that you're in the city, he can alert anyone.
What if we don't tell him that Cayde is in the city?
Well, the whole point is
Why would he?
The whole point is to go to him for Cayde.
I know him.
Absolutely, but
I know him, and I know him well. This isn't just some person that I happen to know. This is someone that I trust personally.
Okay.
And whilst his connection is extremely close to the situation, I don't know. We are still family at the end of the day.
Okay. So we'll go for Eli first. If that goes south, you turn invisible, and you leave, and we'll be right behind you.
Absolutely.
If anything goes wrong, I say we immediately leave the city altogether. Just because we're leaving doesn't mean we can't come back.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I agree.
Okay.
Problem is that I think this is the best option just purely because if we try and take this slow, I mean, the cult have eyes everywhere. If we're seen anywhere by anyone, that's it. Like, the gig's up.
Okay.
It could be over before we have... I mean, to be perfectly honest, it could be over before we even reach the estate. We don't know who's watching.
Right. So, under cover of nightfall, when we disembark from the ship...
You won't arrive at nightfall. You'll arrive about mid-afternoon.
That's fine. Is it okay if we hover around until nightfall?
Yeah, sure.
With the estate, just with the layout of Kaeth Solen, would the estate be within an hour's travel of where we would be landing?
If you really huff it, you'll be moving what most would call suspiciously fast.
Okay.
You definitely be power walking all the way there. Within 2 hours? For sure. Yeah.
Cool.
Again, you
if
have to
we
move.
Just take a break at some point, I can take literally 5 seconds to recast, and then I can invisible the whole way.
Yeah. It will. You'll have to like keep a good pace to make it in 2 hours, because the docks are a very low down part of the city, as the palace and the noble district are built up on a cliff which overlooks the sea. The whole city is built on the most easterly point of the entire continent.
Which would bring me to another point. We can't rely solely on your invisibility just simply because there's a timer on it.
Yeah.
We need to get to your hood. In my opinion, even though it is quote-unquote suspicious, your hood should be up at all times. And underneath it, I also think you should have some sort of headband or something to cover your ears.
I can do that.
Okay, so we'll do that. What else?
I mean, if you really think cutting my hair would make a difference, we could do that.
I think leaving your hair what it is now. I mean, it's been a hot minute since you've been home, right? Since you left.
Yeah, your hair is longer than it was when you left home, so cutting it would probably make you more recognizable, if anything.
Yeah.
Let's go ahead and leave your hair.
Okay.
Got 2 months of growth in that. Well, about 3 months actually, if that.
All right. Anything else?
We'll go in under the cover of night as soon as we disembark from our ship. However, we will not get to return to it because our ship is going to leave us, right?
We have not decided when we would send our ship. We can send it immediately if we would like.
I think that'd probably be the best bet, just in case they identify that he came from here. If anybody is watching.
Yeah.
So, sometime in the next couple hours, we'll go ahead and appoint somebody to be in the lead to pilot this ship back to Miss Tifa.
Okay.
We'll enter the city. We'll go to Eli. That's our first step, right? Okay.
He might know more information about what specifically happened and how we might be able to get to them.
Good. Okay.
Okay, sounds good. So is anyone doing anything before turning in for the night? Sorry, Ken, what was that?
No, I was just going to ask who's going to pilot the ship back to Tifa.
Honestly,
well, the pilot will be Katrin.
The pilot will be Katrin. I am willing to pay Wenger an increased share to be captain. I trust him.
Yeah, Wenger would be the natural next in the command chain. After Quartermaster would definitely be the bosun.
I would trust him too. I've spent a good amount of time with him. He seems trustworthy.
Okay.
All right, Wenger it is.
Okay.
I would assume that before we leave the boat, we're going to hold a whole crew meeting and we're going to tell everybody.
We're going to tell everyone. Yeah.
And we're going to let them in on the plan.
Yeah, we can handwave over that.
Excellent.
Yes, so you guys hold a crew meeting. You temporarily promote Wenger, who lets out of a. You know, you signed up for one job. All right. And the next day, your morning passes without incident, and before long, you can see Kaeth Solen approaching on the horizon. It's got a very distinctive skyline, and you would see it's quite a impressive city to behold. It has buildings which rise up much higher than any you've seen in any other cities. These pristine white marble spires built higher than you could with any mundane means, but of course, high elves being creatures of innate magic, they have this incredible city, and built on the top of a cliff, which the whole city kind of follows around this curve from the bay area all the way up to the top of this cliff, which overlooks the Eastern Sea, and above that there is the crowning jewel of this city, which is something that a lot of you would have heard of, the Solimen Castra, which in Elvish means the Sunrise Citadel. It is a grand palace of white and gold you can see glittering in the sunlight. It has twin spires that rise from the palace proper that go up like a pair of curved blades, and nestled between the two spires is an enormous faceted crystal. About, you can't judge from here, but you can guess easily 50 feet in diameter. And those of you that know a little bit about Kaeth Solen, namely Cayde and Longshadow probably, would know that is designed so at the first light of morning, the sunlight is refracted through that crystal and creates these wondrous patterns across the rest of the city proper that it overlooks. And it is it's the real tourist attraction of the city.
Yeah.
It's the reason people come to this city, to see this wonder.
I want it.
That thing's bigger than your ship. Good luck getting away.
Jason's like, bring it on.
Give it to me.
And as the legend goes, Eos, the goddess of dawn, is the one who helped the first High Elves construct the city and gifted them with this crystal during the first era of civilization. And the rest of the city follows suit in terms of its how it is designed. All these buildings seem to be made of this wondrous, pristinely clean white marble that you can see. You're waiting until nightfall to dock?
Yeah.
Okay. You get a good afternoon of just floating in the water to observe this city and see how wonderful it is before you eventually make port. And something you notice as being a little bit odd from a lot of places is there's no standing lights. There's no like street lamps, no torches to illuminate the city, but the city seems to glow. But what you eventually see when you peer more carefully is that it's the people. Most of the people here have some form of dancing lights or light spell. As most elves, all high elves, are born with the ability to cast magical cantrips.
I had always thought that the magic of Kaeth Solen was just ego and people talking up a society. I did not realize that they actually have the ability for almost everyone to have some form of magic.
That's pretty incredible.
You see, this city is also very clean. Where you're used to a little bit of grime and muck, everything looks like it's scrubbed within an inch of its life. But I mean, the more magically inclined of you would recognize that as that most of the city's cleaned via magical means, prestidigitation spells. A very simple cantrips that almost any normal citizen can cast, and it's benefited their city greatly. Yeah, it's a very strange sensation for those of you that haven't been grown up around places like this, and the nearest thing you've seen to something of this scale, and in its brilliance, would probably have been the Magus Arcatum.
Beautiful. All right. So the estate.
Off we go. Got your headband on?
Off on our way.
Yeah.
And before we disembark the ship, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to take my hand and wipe it over my face, and as I do so, I'm going to take the form of Professor Raylumine.
Okay. And yet you show your hand over your face, and where once was the 6 foot, however many inches tabaxi, there now stands a much smaller high elf. I believe high elf. Yes.
Yes, he is the only high elf that I am particularly familiar with. Give me a second.
It's the professor that you recognize from the Magus Arcatum, the brief time you spent there.
This is as close as I can get to talking like him. All right. We should be on our way.
I forget that you can do that.
I have to put my tongue Put my tongue. Fuck.
This is Long Shadow in character doing that.
Put my tongue. Nope. Put my tongue.
Put
down
your tongue
on-
where, Long Shadow?
It's weird. Talking without an accent is hard.
It's a... All right.
Maybe it's best you don't talk.
I'm going to try to not talk.
Sounds very suspicious.
All right, Cade,
Right.
put up.
All right.
Okay. Yeah, and most of the populace you see, most of them mainly half-elves, a few shorter, with slightly more, greenish almost skin, a few wood elves dotted around, and sprinkling of half-elves, and then you spot, if you really look for them, you can spot a few people from different races, but they are very few and far between in this place. A far cry from the Lorcar you left behind, which was the biggest melting pot in the continent. Yeah. And you guys, are you making? You said you're casting invisibility.
I don't think
you
you
guys
need
think
to.
I should?
No, I don't think you
No.
need to.
I mean, if it's late,
Well, Audra, you would still stand out.
We're tourists. We're here to see the crystal.
yeah. I can cast invisibility on myself if you think that'd be the best thing to do.
I don't think you need to. Any unnecessary magics or action in this city would seem off to me. Plus, there's a lot of magical
That's
people
true.
Makes me nervous.
Yeah.
Let's hold off unless it's an emergency.
Okay. All right.
Okay. And yeah, you guys head off into the city, and it's a strange feeling, Cayde, being back here. With the new knowledge you've acquired, you feel like a stranger in your own home.
Yeah.
A very heavy sense of paranoia. You feel like each alleyway someone's gonna jump you. You feel each window that isn't shuttered. You feel eyes coming from them, and you aren't certain if you can trust your senses or not.
Yeah. The instinct to turn invisible is there constantly.
For sure.
It's like at any given moment, I could just invisible.
Mm-hmm. And Jason's
Jason, no.
He's coming back.
Hello.
terrific. Hello. And yeah, it is. It's an unsettling feeling that really all of you have, but none more than Cayde. And you are moving quite expeditiously through the city, not taking your time to marvel at the wondrous architecture. And yeah, before long, you find your way to the noble district without any problem. It's not guarded at any point. It's just suddenly the houses get larger, more resplendent. They have garden areas rather than front facing onto the street. And it's very, very dark because there's no one really hanging around in this area at this time of night. Most of the daily life of Kaeth Solen is really dependent on the light. Everyone is up at the crack of dawn, and they normally in bed by the time it gets dark. And before too long, you find your way to your childhood home. It's on a sort of a almost like a cul-de-sac with bordering other estates. And yeah, it's a resplendent home that goes back a ways, but the front facade is a singular house with 2 bays on either side and a large dark oak door on the front.
Okay.
See, the
This
windows
is,
currently are dim.
This is home. So
Yeah, beautiful house.
yeah. I was always quite fond of it. Buddy, do I reasonably think that if Eli was anywhere, he would be here, or he would be in their own.
This is where,
place.
the Vakian, like I said, the Vakian estate goes back a fair ways. It's quite deep in terms of rather than wide, and there is a secondary house in the lands of the property. That is where your uncle and your cousin lived. He doesn't have, to your knowledge, he doesn't have another house within the city. And he is currently the sole executor of the estate in Rayna's absence.
Have we considered that? Oh, fuck this. Have we considered that perhaps, I do not know how bloodthirsty your family is, but have we considered that perhaps your cousin might have been the one who falsely identified your parents, seeing as if he found out that you killed his parents, he would want to lure you here with your own parents, leaving him the sole executor of your estate?
It's a bit late to think that now when we're right outside the door.
That's a big conclusion to jump to.
It is always good to look over your options, but it just occurred to me as we were walking.
Lone Shadow, I trust him.
If you trust him, then we shall go.
That's about enough of that.
It's really. I cannot talk like this because your people do not talk like this.
Do you have magic detection spells prepared?
I do. In fact,
Let's just check the door just in case.
I packed my sneaky combat kit today.
All
right. Do we want this to be efficient and take time, or go quickly and not be efficient?
I mean, we've got time, I guess.
I'd say the less time on the street, the better.
Or that.
Jason, Jason, quick or slow?
It's Cayde's house. Cayde knows it best.
Okay.
All right, I'm going to take 10 minutes, and I will ritual cast Detect Magic.
Okay. You go up to the door to cast this?
Okay. How close can I get without looking like I'm physically on the estate grounds?
It would. So there is a bit of a walk up to the door because they have a front garden. So you would need to go onto the estate.
So casting it before you get up there. Yeah, what's up, Hex?
Well, as you're about to start stepping on, is that what you're about to do?
No, I'm not going up. That was
Cool.
I would cast it. It lasts 10 minutes, so I would cast it. Is there a threshold spell of any kind? Is there any magics on the threshold? Like
on the threshold? No.
Yeah. Okay, so there's nothing on the gate or anything like that. I look around real quick. Is there anyone staking out this place, looking like they might be watching us, keeping an eye on us, anything like that?
Make a perception check.
All right. I'm decent at these. I'm going to use my Long Shadow D20 for this because I'm spooked.
Can I assist?
Oh.
Yeah, sure. Make it with advantage.
Oh, thank God, because that was a butthole. Literally, it's a cat butthole.
Yeah.
Oh, that's much better. That's a dirty 20, 16 plus 4.
Okay. You don't spot any people out. This place is all abandoned. You think you can hear a wing flap above your head, but there have been birds.
We should not be trying to sneak in. It just occurred to me. I don't think that perhaps that specific bird, but it has just occurred to me that the magic that I have,
and I summon Rusty the weasel, who's currently in form of duck, if I remember correctly.
Yes? I don't remember the last time you summoned that thing.
I think the last time was on the ocean and I had made it a duck.
Okay.
It was when we were near that sea ship wreckage, you remember?
Yeah, you just summon Rusty, and yeah, next to your feet there's a little I'm assuming he's got brown fur.
It's a little brown
feathers.
Duck.
Yeah, little brown feathered duck. Just
It has just occurred to me that if everyone in this city has access to at least a little bit of magic, familiars might be commonplace. Cayde, how many people did you know among noble families who had access to familiars?
Not that many.
Not many.
It
was a thing that people had. Though,
it's a
right,
thing. It's not a high level spell. It wouldn't be a difficult thing to anyone who wanted magic.
Mm-hmm.
But magic isn't most people didn't dedicate themselves to being mages within the city, unless they had some kind of familial predilection to it, like your family does with its sorceress bloodline.
What's the length from the outskirts of the estate where we are now to the actual the first wall?
Probably about
of
40
the building?
feet.
About 40 feet. I could certainly try something.
You could try something. Should I send the duck first?
Yes.
Okay.
Going to point, and there is going to be a small marching duck that I will put my hand on Audra's shoulder and go,
Protect me if anything goes wrong.
and I'm going to go blind into Rusty.
Okay. Does your detect magic carry over?
I was just about to look that up. I don't believe so, but I was about to look that up because I believe that's a warlock thing from back in the chain.
You can sense your presence of magic within 30 feet of you. If you sense magic this way, you can use your action to see a faint aura around any visible creature or object that bears magic. In your
with a range. Oh, with a range of touch. So no, because I'm pretty sure detect magic is a range of self, so it wouldn't transfer through. Yeah.
Okay. I mean, yeah, you don't see anything you couldn't see before. You make it up to the door, and it's a heavy door that a duck wouldn't be able to open.
Does this building have any chimneys?
Yeah, it would do. They would have lots of fireplaces inside. So yeah.
Yeet the duck.
I'm not eating the duck. The duck is gonna up on top of the roof.
Do ducks have a fly speed?
In real life, they do.
Yeah, that's some
In
fire.
real life, they have a fly speed, so I don't know if they have a fly speed in game.
The only stats I can find is a giant duck.
That is actually canonically what Rusty is right now, is a giant duck. He's 5 foot
Question:
tall.
Can giant ducks fly though?
A giant duck is considered large, Aaron, so that would be 10 feet tall. So
Shit, that's amazing.
if it was 5 foot tall, it'd be a medium duck. Okay, so yeah, I suppose it wouldn't be quick, and it would be noisy.
Oh yeah.
There's this like ducks flap like a fucking hummingbird. So okay. So yeah, he can get up to the ceiling,
Okay.
and it's
And then
got
I'm
peaked roofs.
It's gonna waddle up the roof.
And you eventually find your way to a chimney. It does have it's got a chimney stack on it, so it's not easy to get in unless you knock the chimney stack off.
This is not possible. Rusty returns. Rusty's not gonna do this.
Rusty just glides off the edge to the front.
Lands on Jason's shoulder as I.
Jason,
Quack.
I think it is your turn. I could be a bit noisier, but I think perhaps letting the person who's used to breaking and entering do so might be the best idea.
I'd like to point out that we've been out here for 15 minutes.
Oh, you're not wrong, but
Keeping count?
perhaps we do a lap around the neighborhood while Jason attempts what Jason is attempting.
Why can't we just go in the building?
Ian, what's the temperature?
It's fairly cool. You're quite northerly now, and it's dark. So I'd say it's quite chilly.
I mean, I could always teleport into the building, but I didn't want to try that immediately.
Well,
You haven't tried the door yet.
I was gonna say the door.
If there's magic, it's always on the door. It's always on the door. All right, fine. Fine.
Let me walk up to the door then.
And detect magic should still be up, so I'm gonna walk over to the door.
As you walk towards the door, Jason's gonna cast fog cloud, 20-foot radius from the center. So it's gonna.
Yeah, so the entire front of the house is engulfed in fog.
That is the most suspicious thing I have ever seen in my life.
I say out loud.
You get to the front. First of all, I believe that's evocation magic, or is that illusion magic?
That's
That
evocation.
is a
So
fog.
first of all, your detect magic. This fog.
No, it's conjuration.
Okay.
Yeah.
This fog glows yellow with conjuration magic.
Oh.
To long shadow, not to everyone. But when you get to the door, you would see with your detect magic, a faint silvery glow on the door of divination magic.
Oh, dope. I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna have to walk back to the others because I can't wave for them to come to me.
There is just a simple alarm spell. If we do not go in through the front door, we can surpass it.
Oh, okay. Buddy, would that seem like something that would be normal? Like, would we normally have that? Is that something that we would have done normally?
Well, it's not uncommon practice if you're alone in a house. Something that has caught your attention in the time you've been here. You can't see any signs of life inside the house, and you did have a staff when you left.
People. I thought you were talking about a stick for a second. I was confused.
A staff of people that kept the house up. But you haven't heard any signs of life. But an alarm spell wouldn't be uncommon if you are alone in a large house.
Right. I mean,
did you say there was a smaller house where your cousin and your uncle stayed?
It's in the estate. You'd have to go in.
It's further into the estate.
Do we have to walk into this door to get there?
You'd have to hop a fence if you didn't want to go through the door.
Let's do it.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Right. Sure.
Okay.
Do we all want to go, or do we want to see if there's signs of life over there? I mean, it is the middle of the night, so there being no signs of life anywhere would make sense.
I think we should go check your estate where your cousin would stay, just in case, and after that, we'll figure it out.
Okay. Yeah.
I'm uncomfortable standing on the street this long.
Yeah. No, I agree. That's okay. Let's try that then. Do we want to send a couple of people, or are we all going?
Let's all go.
Okay.
Okay.
Everyone make an athletics check. Who wants to hop over the fence?
Hop, 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 hop.
Athletics? Gross. Nope, that's still -1.
I'll
So
give
that's
you
a 12.
advantage if Audra wants to stop and give everyone a leg up.
Audra, lift me, please.
Thank you. Thank you, Audra. I needed that.
Audra puts her hands out and is like hoofing people over the fence.
14.
11.
7.
It's athletics.
Yep. You don't get
Even with
you
advantage?
don't get advantage, Audra.
Audra is just yeeting everyone over.
Jason, you got a 7 with advantage.
7 at advantage. I rolled a
Okay, so
5 and a
with
6.
Long Shadow's help, with Audra's help, Long Shadow manages to nimbly get over. Cayde, it takes you a couple of tries. You're kind of like, oh, you can't really. You're not good at chin-ups. And with oh, thank you, Carpe Diem Live for the raid. Oh my goodness.
Righty why. Thank you very much for the raid.
Thank
my
you so
friend.
much. Yeah, Long Shadow manages to get it over first try with Audra's help. Cayde, it's a struggle. It takes you a couple of tries. And then it comes to Jason, and you are really like he's just not managing it. And Audra, you had to turn around and then just grab his feet and yeet him over the front, as he's just dangling there like that.
I rolled a 20.
And then you just fucking, you're already quite tall. You can probably get a hand on the top, and you just like fucking, like an arm, like a marine over the top of this fence. And yeah, you're all on the other side. You're just within the grounds of the estate now. There's some, what would have been quite finely kept, rose bushes and flower and garden hedges and stuff
all over them.
No, it's just that it's now, is quite. It's been growing out for a while. No one's been tending to this gardening for a little bit.
Okay.
How long did Tifa say she had left here? How long had it been?
2 months.
Okay.
All right. Well, let's head over.
Okay. And we're gonna go back to that house.
Yeah, you make your way through the gardens. There's some nice decorations, some statues, little fountain, and you eventually find your way around to the annex, the south wing of the estate. It's over the other side of the gardens. There's a small, but still quite substantial house, more than comfortable for 2 people. Obviously, Arthur's wife having died in childbirth when giving birth to Eli. That's all they've needed in there. You didn't make Arthur's wife, okay? You didn't
Yeah,
make
I know.
Eli's mum.
I know.
That's really sad.
I'm aware.
Um,
Poor kid.
and yeah, once you get to the back, that place it's also completely dim. There's no signs of life in either of the houses.
Okay, there is no spell on the tiny house, though, right?
No, there's no kind of magic protecting this particular house.
Okay.
It seems as though perhaps your cousin may have moved into the larger house once it was unoccupied.
Understandable. Perhaps we should stay here overnight and then go and see him in the morning. Be a little bit of a shock to wake him up in the middle of the night now.
I mean, we are going to get the most honest representation of whose side he is on when he is unprepared.
That is true.
Who's to say that they'll be any more prepared for us in the morning?
Is there the same alarm on the back door of
Do you
my
go and check?
house? Yes.
Okay. Does Long Shadow go with you to check?
Yeah, obviously, yeah. I would very much. Yeah.
There doesn't seem to be any divination magic on the back door.
I try the handle quietly.
It's locked.
Jason,
Do I have keys?
You do not have keys.
Shit.
Look at-
That is.
You want the answer to that, Ben? Look in your inventory. Is there keys there?
You know, weirdly there are.
Ben, you wouldn't have had keys because you didn't need keys because there was a staff that worked there 24/7 that would have let you in.
True.
Yeah, you're not a butler. You giggle with the word butt and butler. I did.
Oh, we lost Hex. What's happened there?
Don't worry about it.
I think I heard a phone ring.
Okay. I'm not gonna make him roll for it. It's a simple lock.
Mhm.
A rogue of Jason's skill wouldn't have much trouble with this lock. And yeah, he just and the door swings open.
So we're not gonna knock? Okay, cool.
I'm gonna step inside.
And stepping inside feels wrong. You feel like an intruder.
Yeah.
Hello, very, very sorry. My roommate was just at the door.
Hello. You unlocked the door.
Cool.
And Cayde entered. Yeah, you see this place that had once been so familiar to you. You pass by this long corridor. You see, you pass by the open entrance to the kitchen. And as you're going through the corridor that leads to the staircase, there is a painting on the wall that you recognize. It's a family portrait of you, your parents, and your sister. All a very dutiful look on all of your faces. No one in this picture looks happy. It's a very serious family portrait of you when you would have been around about 11 at this time. It would have been shortly before Raina left for the academy.
Baby Cayde.
Baby Cayde.
And yes, it's you see, and for the rest of you, this will be the first time looking at the rest of the extended family of the extended Vakian family, and you see there is a very, very strong resemblance between Raina and Cayde's father, Reynard. They both have the same blonde hair, the same kind of shaped eyes, very similar bone structure, and Raina looks every bit her father's son. Her father's daughter, sorry. And Cayde, on the other hand, takes much more after his mother. He has the same
illegitimate son ?
He has the same he has the same brown hair, the same kind of kindness behind the eyes that you've seen. And the only bits that Cayde really seems to share with his father's side of the family is his elfin traits, the ears, the high cheekbones. Yeah. And where do you go within your house, Cayde?
So there seems to be no sign of anyone downstairs.
No, actually, I forgot to mention, all of the larger furnishings are covered with white cloth. All of the large sofas, candelabras, things like that.
Did
They're all
this
covered with, like...
motherfucker sell my estate? Bitch.
That's just what happens in larger estates when you're not really living in them.
Also, DM, I have sent you a message.
Okay.
There's a lot of paperwork that comes with selling an estate.
So I'll just slowly make my way up the stairs.
Okay.
Audra's going to make sure that the back door is closed behind them, and then she's going to remain within a 10-foot distance of Cayde. Just ready in case anything happens.
Audra, sleight of hand, and then can everyone make a stealth check if you're trying to move quietly through the house?
It is weird that I'm still the best one at this.
My sleight of hand was 10.
You do make a bit of noise as you close the door.
Okay.
Jessan, what is the stealth check?
I've rolled a 3 plus 4, so 7 total.
Oh, I was hoping we could have like a fun competition, but it wasn't even close, and I'm sad.
Not at all.
Okay, so
It's
we got
15 plus 8. That is 23.
Jason, what did you get?
7.
7. Cayde? 1. And
Natural
Audra?
1. Ah!
Audra?
14.
Okay. And Cayde, seeing this portrait and thinking of the times before it all happened, it's really got you reeling a bit, and you kind of forget what you're here to do.
Yeah.
Going upstairs almost habitually, you misremember which one was the creaky step.
Oh, no.
And you step on it with your full weight, and you hear it.
That was a really good creak.
That was solid. That was real good.
It's the step that it's the step that you always remember to step over every time you were sneaking down for a sweet treat in the middle of the night.
It's a 6th one. God damn it. Yeah, slowly bring the weight off it. Oh, it.
Creaks
I'm
again.
just gonna full freeze.
Don't step on the 6th step. Step over it. I forgot. I'm an idiot.
I'm gonna Misty step to the top of the stairs.
You bitch!
As Longshadow, Missy steps to the top of the steps. Longshadow. At the end of at the top of the steps, you would see there is a very long corridor. First of all, there's a landing. There was a landing with basic decoration that's all covered with white sheets, and then a long corridor. You hear the door open at the end of the corridor. And from the doorway, you see 4 dancing lights appear.
Can I
I'm just gonna say
very
hello.
quickly cast invisibility on him?
I said hello, so he's just gonna hear a disembodied voice.
Are you doing it? First of all, does invisibility have a range?
Touch.
You can't cast it.
Yeah.
You would have to race to the top of the stairs to touch him.
Shit. It's too late. Yeah, I know.
I'm going to subtly with my hand, gesture for them to stop on the stairs and go, hello.
And the figure illuminated by the dancing lights, you'd see, as they kind of part, you would see the face. Reminds you a little bit of Cayde. He has a similar kind of brownish blondish hair, a little bit lighter than Cayde's. His skin is a little more tan. He has brown eyes rather than Cayde's purple, I think. I can't remember Cayde's eye color.
Ooh, so it's Cayde, but as a himbo gardener. Got you.
And you can see he's wearing a basic chest plate, but underneath you can see there is essentially pajamas, sleeping clothes. In his hand is an an innate elven longsword, which he has pointed directly at you. Yes. Get out of my house.
You are.
I'm rushing up the stairs. I'm rushing up to the stairs.
Fucking! I gave a signal and all of the stuff. All right. Well, he's rushing up the stairs.
Okay. And Cayde, as you rush up the stairs, you are greeted face to face with your cousin Eli Vakian.
Hands are just in the air. Eli, shh. It's me. It's Cayde.
You see his furrowed eyebrows kind of slack, and his eyes widen.
Hey,
What are you doing here?
Oh, hey, look, it's the guy who killed your dad.
don't you?
I'm not gonna say that, obviously.
This is hello. This is Long Shadow. He's with me. Sorry.
Stop
I missed.
talking!
Who?
Why are you here?
To see you.
And I've been waiting to see you. Roll initiative.
God damn it.
Oh no.
Okay. Damn it, Birdie. I was gonna say a thing, but it's okay. We can roll.
You can say a thing.
I was gonna say the words you need to cast the hold person spell.
Then that's going to be on your turn. Oh, okay. I rolled a nat 20.
Oh no.
America.
It's fine. He's not the most dexterous of people. You could easily roll higher than that.
Oh no.
Oh no. Oh
That's the
no.
second natural one in a row.
Oh no no
So
no no.
good.
Total
no.
of 3.
Why are you all so bad at this?
All right. Just everyone. Don't tell me things yet. Everyone, just roll. Kenna, what did you roll?
19.
19. Cayde, you rolled a 1.
3.
For a total of 3. Okay. Jason.
12 plus 6, 18.
Okay. Long Shadow.
12 plus 5, 17.
Okay, so Eli's going first. Right.
Oh no. Oh no.
And
Oh no 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 no.
he is going to the top of the round. Let's get some music going on. Arcane Anthems, everyone.
Arcane Anthems.
Love West so much.
So wait, it's Eli, me, Long Shadow, Jason, Cayde.
It's Eli, Audra, Jason, Long Shadow, Cayde.
Jason, Long Shadow, Cayde. Okay.
And the first thing he's going to do, he is going to sprint. Using his full movement, he's going to go directly for Cayde. You see, as he comes towards you, his sword flares to life with green flame.
Fuck.
And he instantly goes for an attack at you.
It
Yo.
glows with green.
As he casts Green Flame Blade.
Yay.
And that is going to be... it's a melee spell attack, or is it just a melee attack?
It's a melee attack.
Just
it's
a melee
weapon
attack.
attack.
Okay.
Because as part of the spell, you must make one melee weapon attack.
Okay, I believe a 26 hits you.
Absolutely not.
Yeah, even with shield, that would hit me.
Yeah, okay, not a tremendous amount of damage. Okay, so that's 2 plus 7 is 9 plus, and then a 1d8 on the flame. That is an additional 7, so that is 16 points of damage. And then it goes to a second person, or is that only if it dies?
No.
That just it just does it. It just does it.
Okay, then
So
the
I'm about to
additional
get
one would
burnt.
go for Long Shadow. That is only a 1, so that's a total of 5 damage to you, Long Shadow. And then he's going to swing at you again. And that's a 29 to hit.
Yeah.
And that is a... that's a 6 plus 9 is a... This is really loud. 6 plus 9 is 15. And then the D8 Green Flame Blade, that's an additional 5 damage. That is 20 points of damage total. And then that is 10 points.
You done fucked up.
That is... Oh no, so
Cayde.
that's 9 points of Green Flame Blade damage to you, Long Shadow.
What? I didn't even hurt this kid. This is so sad.
Oh, Eli! No! Eli!
Okay.
Stop!
I mean, he's killing you for a thing. He wants to kill you for a thing you did do.
He doesn't. I don't know if he knows that. I don't know if he's killing me.
Somebody
He
told
thinks
him.
my parents did it.
Alright. And
no.
after that, it would be Audra's turn.
Audra is going to rage, and
Okay.
she's going to rush up the stairs, and she's going to full tackle him to the ground.
Okay. And so that would be... I forget how tackling works, because it's just grappling, isn't it?
I would assume so.
Alright, in that case, make an athletics check.
she's literally trying to just like get him on the ground.
All right. Roll high.
Well, you're going against the barbarian with advantage. That's all I'm saying.
Oh yeah.
Because you raged first, which gives you advantage on those.
That was pretty cool. 27.
Oh yeah, you beat him. He rolled an unnatural 20. All right, yeah, you managed to tackle him to the ground.
Okay. Do I have a? No, I don't. That's it. That's my turn.
Okay.
That was bonus action movement. Yep.
All right. In that case, it would be Jason.
And can she also shout? She's gonna shout manacles.
Okay.
Manacles.
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 All right,
Manacles!
Jason, it's your turn.
Yep. How hurt is Cayde looking?
Pretty. Ow. That hurt
It's
a
so
lot.
weird to think 3 of us have healing now. This is so weird. So weird.
From having
having
on
0
health
healing.
potions to having 3 healers, like yeah.
Well, we have healing. We are not
fucking need it,
healers.
to be fair. Right. So yeah, Jason's gonna instinctively like grab Cayde to pull him back from the attacks. As his skin touches skin, Cayde's wounds are going to flicker with electricity, and they are going to begin to close as I mechanically cast Cure Wounds, but they've got a kind of Jason-esque
For sure.
aesthetic. to it.
Absolutely.
How much do I get, boy?
Do you know how metal that must look? Like lightning stitching together flesh.
Yeah, so it's like how his tattoo looks, but
Yeah.
that's your flesh. And
That's an album cover. That's dope.
That's
Yeah.
Lightning in my skin.
Yes.
And that's the
Oh my
max
god.
healing, so that's 11 points of healing for you.
Nice.
Nice. I'll take that.
And then I'm gonna action surge,
Good.
move over Aldra, take the manacles out, and that's gonna be the action of having them
Ready to
ready.
go. Okay.
Yeah, I'm not sure if I can put them on.
Yeah, I don't think you would be able to in that time, especially with him
Yeah, 'cause-
struggling.
'Cause I cast a spell as well, so I can't cast a
Yeah.
spell and attack.
Okay. In that case,
So- Realistically, how much do I think I could knock him unconscious in this amount of time?
you're not that strong.
Not even with like 3 whole ass attacks? Alright, fair enough. Fair enough.
You don't know. Wait, you really don't know how tough he is.
That's valid. Then what I'm gonna do is I'm going to... Jason, you've already got the manacles on him? Or no, you're just holding them?
I've got them out the bag, ready to go.
Okay. Then yeah, I'm going to go ahead and if he's willing, I'm going to assist Jason on my turn of just like clasp.
Yeah.
So you're using your action to help Jason when he does it.
Or we could just do it now.
Yeah,
and Jason could help me.
Yeah,
Either
I mean,
works.
we could
No, I'll probably
say
help Jason
even
because I'm weak. I'll help Jason. I know he's also weak, but we're weak boys.
we're definitely weak.
Okay,
I'll just help
say-
Jason. I'll take the help action.
Between the two of us, we could just
me and
put
Rusty
one
will.
leg.
Okay,
in
actually,
Rusty
I
will be
can
no
just
use
do
in
it.
this.
Rusty can help me taking
Rusty-
the help action.
Rusty's a duck.
Rusty can sit on his face.
Part
That's what
of
I'm
the
saying.
help action. Part of the help action is you have to say what you are doing to help.
That's valid. That's valid and fair. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and with Jason on his next turn, I'll use the help action and I'll go ahead and grasp the wrists and pull them together.
Okay.
At the same time, I'm just gonna like. No, I won't do it. I won't do it. I'll leave that be. I'll leave that be. Yeah.
All right.
Sounds like a plan.
Cayde. Yeah, Cayde, it's your turn.
Oh god. Taken aback by this just absolute slashing I've just gotten. Can I talk to him reasonably? Everyone else is just on him.
You can say a short.
so-
You can say, I'd say like. You can say something, but not much. Fit into 6
yeah,
seconds.
Yeah.
1, 2.
Stop it! I'm trying to think of what to say. Fuck you. Can you not? I'm trying to think.
Just
Please.
shit on my dick.
No.
Yep, love you, Brady. Love you, Brady.
Oh, okay. 1 second.
Oh, now he's being talked to.
Beans.
But is it like lima beans, like refried beans, pinto beans? What are we thinking?
Baked beans.
Baked beans. Baked beans.
Baked beans.
Baked beans.
Right. Sorry about that.
No worries. Come on, let's go.
He's just gonna say, just. I don't know what they've been telling you, but it's not true. Okay, I'm here to help you. I'm here to help my parents. We need to talk about this.
Really?
Yeah. That's what he's saying.
Okay.
And I will. Well, I don't really need to prepare it because it's a reaction. Never mind. I was just gonna prepare myself to cast shield if he attacks me again. But I don't need to do that because it's a reaction.
Yeah, it's a reaction. You don't need to do
So,
that. Okay.
yeah.
In that case, top of the round, it's going to be Eli, and Eli is going to Misty Step out of Audra's hands.
Spell.
Okay.
At 3rd level, that cancels a Misty Step.
It does. Okay, so he tries to cast that, and he fails. So in that case, he's going to. We ruled that you can use bonus. Like I remember saying this. We ruled you can, for you, Long Shadow, you can use multiple spells in a round, as long as they have bonus action / reaction stuff.
So reaction, yes, always. Bonus action, the first level has to
I know.
not be a leveled spell.
We agreed for this campaign.
Oh,
that
did we?
you could,
Okay.
Yeah. So you've
Sweet.
been able to do that. You've been able to do that in the past.
Okay, cool. I'll take advantage of that in the future. But yeah, 100%.
You've done it. You have done it. You have done it in the past. I guarantee.
Oh, did I? Okay. Okay.
That was when we ruled on this.
Okay, cool.
In that case, he's going to cast Thunderwave.
That's a mood. That's valid and fair.
And I'd like all of you to make a Constitution saving throw.
Oh shit.
Jesus.
Okay. Kitty dice, kitty dice. Don't.
What is the session? No.
That's not bad. That's not bad. That's not the worst.
7.
I have a question.
Yep.
The interception fighting style doesn't count for this because it's AoE, right?
It's AoE. It doesn't work.
Fuck.
Yeah, that's a 14.
This is gonna hurt. Oh, maybe not. I rolled an 11 plus 7, 18.
Okay, so you succeed. Cayde, what did you roll?
7.
7. Jason, what did you roll?
3.
3. So everyone failed apart from Audra.
Yay! Which ours is really the one that matters, to be fair.
Okay, and that is going to be 16 points of thunder damage.
16.
So that's 8 for you, Audra. And
Are you sure?
yeah, because you succeeded, so you get half damage.
Oh, okay.
This is not slashing, bludgeoning, or piercing, so it doesn't get halved again. It's just straight 8.
That's fine.
And everyone, apart from Audra, gets blasted back 10 feet.
So am I still on him?
You are make an athletics check.
Don't get, like, yeeted down the
Because
stairs.
not getting blown back 10 feet and not getting blown away from him are two different things.
Natural
What
20.
direction do I get yeeted?
You manage to hold on. Like your muscles are screaming, but you manage to hold on.
Okay.
Question.
Yep.
Quick question. In regards to being pushed back 10 feet,
You do not get an opportunity attack.
not an opportunity attack, but a reaction
To do what?
to Wrath of Storm. It says a creature within 5 feet, so I would be out of distance after being pushed back, but upon taking the damage, would I...
I
still
believe
say-
I believe that's physical attacks, like being hit with something. I believe. I could be wrong.
It just says when when a creature within 5 feet of you that you can see hits you with an attack.
Oh, then yeah, it's an AoE spell, so it wouldn't count.
Yeah, I don't think
Okay.
it would.
Because it wasn't an attack roll.
Alright.
Yeah, it's an anyway, so it wouldn't trigger.
Yep.
Right, so that's everything he can do. And
It's a whole lot of
he
things.
just hisses at you after like this blast of thunderous energy echoes from him. Part of the banister like shattering.
What direction do I get yeeted in? Because I'm stood at the top of the stairs right now.
Ooh, that's a good point. Yeah, you'd probably get blasted. You're probably about 15 feet down the stairs. And you take 3 points of bludgeoning damage.
Ow.
15 feet just because of the angle. You'd go further than directly across.
Cayde, I swear to God, if you survived a serpent and die from falling down the stairs, I'm gonna be pissed.
That's a good point, though. Thank you for reminding me of that. The same would apply to Jason as he was stood next to you. So you would also take.
I moved from then up close to Eli.
Oh yeah, okay, yeah.
With
So
the
you would just be
manacles.
across.
Yeah.
Good point. Thank you. And he's just gonna shout down the stairs at you, and he's just gonna say, "If you want to help your parents, turn yourself in."
He knows.
And with that, it's gonna be Audra's turn.
I
Headbutt him.
You can't do a tremendous amount as you are currently grappling him.
Okay. The first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna shout. I'm gonna say,
Make me wanna shout.
You're just gonna hear Audra shout, "Disappear." Speaking to Cayde.
Okay.
And then I do have a pair of manacles in my bag. Can I try and put them on him or get them out? How does that work?
I would not say with one action you wouldn't be able to get it out of your bag and put them on him while maintaining a grapple.
Okay.
That wouldn't be possible. That's not accomplishable in 6 seconds.
Okay. Oh, this is a real long shot. I am gonna go ahead and headbutt him so that I can keep my rage.
You would get to keep your rage because you took damage.
Oh, I would?
You
Okay,
can
excellent.
headbutt
In
him
that
if you
case,
want.
No, I'm going to Audra's mouth is going to get right in Eli's ear, and she's going to shout as loud as she possibly can to stop, and she's going to cast Command.
Okay. Go ahead.
It's a wisdom save.
Right, okay. That's a nat 1.
Oh.
Nice.
My save is a 12.
Okay. Yeah, I would assume a nat 1 fails. And
I'm
yeah,
so shocked that worked!
his muscles just go limp and he stops resisting you. And you can see he has tears coming down his face.
Oh.
With that, how long does command last?
It lasts a round.
Okay, I would say the rest of you can get manacles on him, no problem.
Instead of going for the manacles, I'm gonna be doing, because now I know he can in fact properly cast spells. I'm going to be wrapping a cloth through his mouth so he cannot do the verbal portions of spells, because I don't want him teleporting out of the manacles.
Yeah, Misty Step is only verbal. Okay, although Misty Step wouldn't get you out of manacles.
Still, I don't want him getting away from us.
Okay.
Also,
I would suggest that we leave with him because that spell he cast was quite loud.
Oh shit.
Okay. And yep.
So wait, we're out of initiative now, yeah?
We're out of initiative, so I'd say in the round, you've managed to manacle him and gag him. And after those few seconds are over, he immediately starts wrestling against you again. He's trying to bash against you, and I'm assuming, Audrey, you've still got hold of him?
Oh, yeah. Holding on tight.
And...
Kate, what are we doing with this piece of shit?
Fuck.
You okay?
I'm fine.
Just gonna pull himself up from where he's almost broken his neck on the stairs. just make his way up. He also has tears in his eyes. He's just gonna walk over to where Eli is and just crouch down next to him and just be like, "What have they said to you? What have they done?"
He just Aaron, not the time. He just looks at you with the bloodshot, tear-stained eyes, not being able to respond through the gag, and that is where we're going to leave it for today.
No.
Come on! Bernie!
I'm sorry, but it's time. It's past time. And frankly, I wanna leave on a cliffhanger because I'm as big of an asshole as the producers of WandaVision. Okay.
That's fair. That's fair.
Oh, Eli, what have they done to you?
Thank you everyone for watching what has been a crazy episode. Been pretty chill at the start, and then it got crazy.
What do you mean? What did they do to you? They probably told him the truth, which is you killed his father.
Fuck you.
Do we have anyone we can raid?
Let's see here. Well, Sarah's live again.
Sarah's live.
Grim is live.
Grim. Let's raid Grim. Let's raid Grim.
Grim Songbird, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Grim
Songbird.
Songbird. So thank you everyone for watching. We are gonna raid our very good friend Grim, and I hope you will enjoy their stream as much as you enjoyed ours. I hope you enjoyed ours for a start. And please come back. Please come back either this Friday for Dungeons and Demigods or back next Saturday for more of the Sorodin Chronicles. Bye.
Yeah, bye.
And everyone ready up to raid?
Raid.
We're going any second now,
I'm
and
my
we're
favorite
gone. We're out.
Okay. Beautiful.
Oh wow.